Susan! And Rezko and Beepers and Clickflint, congrats on first. How are y'all today? How's it going? Are you ready to go back, finally, after like a month or more, to Tales of Graces? EB, yeah, me too. It's a sleepy EP day. I thought I slept okay, but I really did something bad to my back and I don't know what it is. Twitch still hasn't approved those emotes. Damn! Usually, like, if I get a new one, I'll end up putting it in at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night and it'll approve at like 3 or 4 in the morning. But damn, I'm really surprised. I thought for sure. Maybe it's just because there's a bunch of them? But I don't know. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. Should not do whatever it was that made my back upset. I will not sleep on the couch ever again. I promise. Me and that couch officially not friends anymore. I had to wait for maintenance to show up, and I sleep with earplugs in. So I made the compromise of I can keep my earplugs because they had they often have like leaf blowers and shit outside, so I wanted to actually get some sleep. So the compromise was I'll sleep on the couch. And if I have the earplugs in, I can still hear them when they knock on the door, but I wouldn't be able to if I was in the bedroom. So I slept on the couch thinking I'll probably be awake in like an hour, they'll show up, and then I can go back to bed. Like the actual bed. I was wrong. They never showed up. I ended up asleep, quote-unquote, on the couch for like 3 or 4 hours. And it was, whoo. It really, really messed me up. So on top of being in like more pain than I can possibly figure out how or why, maintenance didn't show up when they were supposed to, so I was just... Wednesday was just me being angry and in pain and tired. So I was like laying there in bed like angry like Homer going, I should just, nobody wants this. No one wants this. You want to use stand-in so much. Oh, I can't wait for that one. I can't wait to see that one. Relationship with couch ended. Bed hours only now. Yes. Now that we have new bed good. I need to break in my side of the bed, but it is so much better than the other one. Which is still here. We need to get rid of it. Reminder to all of you that you matter. You're valid, loved, worthy of love, important, allowed to have emotions and bad days like me on Wednesday. And I'm so proud of you for existing, and I'm so thankful that you are around. Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes, if you're having an emotion and a bad day, and you go, I don't need to put this up on stage for the world to see, it's okay. Everybody struggles to be like, oh, I don't want to cancel stream. And I didn't either. I felt really bad, but like... And I feel like Tunic has been cursed lately. Like, every time I go to play Tunic, it's like, something fucking happens. But like... We gotta normalize being okay with canceling when shit ain't going well. Hi, Naka! Is that a cute Hodmedod? Maybe. Is it a cute Hodmedod? I don't know. I can't see it. It's me. Is that a Nakashima? It's so hard to get rid of mattresses. It is. Like, so there is a dumpster here. There's one or two designated dumpsters where they will take large objects like couches and beds, and that one's got like 50 mattresses by it. The problem is that mattress dumpster is like halfway across the complex from here. So it will have to be me and Ryu lugging a whole ass mattress across like 3 or 4 parking lots and around 2 or 3 buildings. Like, it's going to be an undertaking, and we have to do it this weekend to make room for a certain koala who wants to visit us. So we're gonna have to lug this thing somehow. I keep thinking like maybe we can jam it in the car, but I don't know. It's gonna be rough. Hi, Arba! Hi, Arba. I am actually doing pretty alright today. I'm tired, but when am I not, right? Today is a Friday, and thank God it is such. We are here, finally. We didn't have to cancel for stupid reasons. We're here. I'll get y'all up to speed on this game in like 2 seconds. What's with the Did it not go off? I thought it happened. The weep happened, right? Iku is not failing me for the 50th time. Again. So, when we last left off, we had reconvened with King Richard, and we had helped him to ascend the throne. We went through Wallbridge, we snuck up on his uncle's forces, liberated Wallbridge from them, and made a march for the capital. We defeated Archdude Cedric, who had usurped the throne. Richard went apeshit and stabbed him like 60 times. Everybody was mildly horrified. Richard got stabbed, suddenly became a fully different person. We got thrown out of his repertoire. He sent us to invade our hometown to talk to Hubert about it. Like, to be like, out. And so, Asbel convinced King Richard to be like, can I just go talk to him about leaving? Maybe we can do this peacefully. And Richard was like, okay. And then followed us with the army. So we showed up and went, we need to talk. And then the army showed up with us. So we fought Richard. We fought back him and his army. And Hubert was kind enough to not kill us about it. And we found out that Hubert was going to be recalled because they don't like that he's prioritizing the lives of the people over, like, immediate profits. So, Asbel was like, oh man, dude, no, you're the only one who can run this town. I fucking suck at it. Like, please don't go. Let me go talk to the president of your country about it. And Hubert was like, all right, I guess, and gave him a letter to go and bring to the president. Hubert's cousin Raymond is like, ugh, you're not acting in our family's interests, because the entire goal of, like, cousin Raymond and Hubert's adoptive father was to take over Lant as, like, a political foothold. So he got pissed off, found out that Asbel was taking the letter, and decided to kidnap Sharia about it. And we found out about it in about 10 minutes flat. And as a result, Raymond freaked out and stabbed himself as a last resort. He went, I'll have to do this! And he just stabbed himself in front of our party. And so he's resting now, and we have to go find Sharia. And then after that, we're off to Strata to talk to the president of another country on a whim, because you can just do that in RPGs. Because it would be incredibly inconvenient if you couldn't. So that's where we're at. We've got Disco Stew, we've got Sophie, we've got Malik and Pascal. Also, after the fight with Richard, Sophie's memories magically came back. She is indeed the same person she was back 7 whole ass years ago. However, she hasn't aged a bit. She's not taller, she's not different. She's just Sophie. Nothing has changed. And that's where we're at. Imagine if you had to go through bureaucratic chain of command to talk to the president, right? I'm trying to think if there was a game where, like, you had to actually go through the red tape, and I really can't think of one. Everybody's like, we'll just go talk to the king, and they go. We easily add 200 to 300 hours, yeah.
Hubert just told me not to trust his own adopted father, Mr. Oswell.
Oswell is his adopted father?
You know him?
Only by reputation. If you travel to Strata, dealing with him won't be easy.
Hubert must be harboring all kinds of difficult feelings about Mr. Oswell. And that's why I want to help him.
Guys, nobody cares about any of this. Let's go find Sharia already.
She's blunt, but right. However, we've little information to go on.
Raymond won't be any help in his condition. Maybe someone in town knows more.
You're welcome, Arbalesto. If I missed anything,
Look, it's a Sophia.
or you have any questions, by all means, please ask them. I love this game and will answer any questions that don't have
I
spoilers
think
in
it's
them.
been pressed. It looks quite old.
Pressed?
When people want to save important flowers, they press them between pieces of paper to dry them out.
Could it be? I bet this belongs to Sharia. That means she must be up ahead somewhere. Everyone, this way!
I don't know how she just had that on her and dropped it, but it works out.
That pressed flower we picked up in Lant is a Sofaria.
That sounds like your name. Is it a coincidence?
No, it's not. I was named after this flower.
I see.
Asbel, Hubert, and Sharia gave me my name, back when they were kids. It's very important to me.
Is that right? Then take good care of both the name and the flower.
Yes, I will, Captain.
Aw, this is before Malik was being a troll all the time.
This won't take long.
I did, Sophie! And she's gone.
She sensed danger and fled.
There was something I wanted to, that's it, I think. I wanted to turn the playlist off for this one. Because I want to hear the actual, I want to hear the game music. Because the one thing I did notice that makes me sad is that this game's music isn't in the playlist option. So you can either listen to this game's music or the other game's music, but not both. And that made me really sad, so I spent my whole playthrough like going, the playlist feature is really cool, and not hearing much of this game's like battle music. So I figured I'll enjoy that with y'all on stream. Politics, you boys handle that while I go grab a room for Sophie and I. Pascal. Yeah. At least it's like just a scientific interest, which is kind of different in a weird way. Yeah, full on those. Like, she doesn't want to get with her, but I don't know that it's any better. Yeah, more appropriate to be seen. Pascal is great, but she vaguely has not withstood the test of time.
This won't take long.
Right into next week.
I've traveled back in time from next week. Please stop throwing monsters at us.
This is one of my favorites. It's very silly. I do miss these. I wish they had these in Arise. I get why they didn't. Turned everyone into a lawnmower, huh? Yup.
Come on, just a little more. Yes, got it. It's locked. Let me out! Somebody open this door!
Yeah, you have literal magic. She could blow that door off its hinges easily.
Sharia!
I'm trembling. Why?
Victory is ours!
So yeah, she was abducted, yeah. They took her hostage to try and get him to give up the letter for the president so that Hubert would be removed. And
Boy,
Raymond
oh
would
boy,
be
that
in
was
charge
really
and then
close.
could
Sharia,
take Lant for the
are you
family.
okay?
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
How could you have been so stupid?
No, I didn't mean... Things just
Things just
happened.
happened? If we had been a minute later, then you would have been killed.
I wasn't trying to be captured, Asbel. And you don't even know what happened, so...
Rose! Hello, welcome in! Hello, Rose and Raiders. Let me get you that shout out. Wow. There you go. Oh, I left the URL in there. It's fine. It's just a wall of text. Sonic Triple Trouble! Ah! How was it? I haven't actually gotten to play that one. I've been eyeballing it since I was a wee child. I was this close to getting a Game Gear, and then they didn't have them at the store we went to. Like, they had either sold out or stopped being made by that point, and I ended up with a Nomad, which is also really cool in its own right, but it chugged through like 6 batteries. So it also didn't play Game Gear games. So I never got the chance to try Triple Trouble. How is it? Is it fun? Does it hold up to the test of time? I had the comic book for it. I really liked the comic because it was like the only one I had that had Fang and Knuckles in it, and I was like, wow, I think I still have it. But thank you for the raid. If you need to run, get a snack, get a nap, whatever you need to do, go take care of yourself. Self-love comes first. It was good. You ended up playing the fan-made 16... Ooh! Now that I have not heard of, and I need to look into that, because that sounds awesome. Like, I want to play most of the Game Gear library. I don't think I'll do it on stream because the sound is just absolutely atrocious. Like, the ones they included in the Sonic Origins thing are really rotten to listen to. Like, if you have ears, they are not great. So, that is unfortunate. But I really want to give them a try someday. I'm excited to look into that one because that one probably won't have ear-piercingly horrible sound. But yeah, welcome in. It is great to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. Do you have ears? How do Hadmidad ears? I do have ears. Look, they're right here. They're pointy. They're coming. You can see them behind my hair. They're ears for hearing, Naka. Floopers for listens, as it were. But you're coming in on a cutscene. We just rescued Sharia. Asbel's angry at her for putting herself in danger because boys don't know how to feelings. And these two haven't been getting along very well since they reunited in a quote-unquote adulthood. So we're finally hashing that out. Yeah, I'm glad you got to raid me too. I did not realize you were live. I don't think I ended up getting to follow you either, which I have to do. Let me do that real quick before I forget, because I didn't see the OBS didn't like show the follow pop-up-y thing. There. Now I am following, and now I won't miss you, and maybe I can raid you at some point. There. Done and done. Young love can do that, exactly. Hush, welcome in! It's good to see ya. How can I hear if it's full of felt and cotton? My ears aren't full of cotton, they're on the outside of my head. My head is full of cotton. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm deaf for like other reasons. But yeah, we're here finally seeing
Stop yelling at me!
Overflow.
Whoa, hey there, kids. Now calm down. Everything's just fine, isn't it?
No, it isn't! Do you know how worried I was?
You were worried? Oh, that's rich. Look, all this happened because I was trying to save you.
You know, you've been treating me
Yeah,
like crap
Pascal's
ever
trying.
since I came back here.
Well, that's your fault. In fact, all this is your fault. 7 years ago, you walked out of my life. You never came back. I didn't know if I'd ever see you again. I missed you. Damn it. I missed you so much. I wanted to come see you, but I was worried you wouldn't want me there. So I didn't.
Sorry. I felt like I couldn't come back till I was a knight.
Aw, they're so close they make me jealous.
Indeed.
Both of you just shut up. Asbel's nothing but a big jerk, and I don't care about him at all.
There we go. That's the Sherry I remember.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean? Take it easy,
He is a big
Sharia.
jerk.
It just means that it's time for you to relax a little.
I'm really glad that you're the same girl I used to know. And I'm also really glad that, well, I mean, I'm just glad that you're safe.
Is your fight over?
Our fight?
How long ago did we last play this?
Yeah. It's over.
Too
We're good
long.
now. Isn't that right, Sharia?
Huh? Yes. It's all over.
So, are you friends?
Yes.
I mean, this came out in January, so definitely not
then.
2024.
Make a friendship pact.
I have been trying my damnedest to get this back on the schedule at a proper time, and I've wanted to split the schedule between this and Tunic, and it just hasn't fucking worked out. But I had said that I really wanted to play Tunic,
Young love, ain't it wonderful?
Enough of your jokes, Pascal.
while
Well, we should start
Alistair
heading
was
back.
still
We need to
in
report our success.
recovery from surgery so that he would have something to watch. So for a little bit I was trying to prioritize Tunic, but life was like, how's about you get kicked in the shins a lot and don't stream on your channel so much? So I have been trying to put this back on the schedule for like a month, especially after the flood made me take a week off and everything else. But we're finally back. Next week is going to be way less streams because I want time to recover. Magna! Magna, hello, that's a frog! Don't feel pressured. I feel pressured because I want things to get back to normal. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to feel like I have control over my schedule. And I don't. Feel that sentiment of wanting to stream. I know, it's, I'm glad that y'all are still here and y'all are still happy to see this, because I still want to show this to you. Like, this is one of my favorite games, and it's gonna take us all damn year to get through it, but it's really gonna be worth it. Has it been a month? Your sense of time has been destroyed by this year. I know, mine too. I think it has been a month. It's been at least 3 weeks. Because it's just been one thing after another. I'm glad, Rose. I'm really happy that people are still showing up for this. Because no matter how long it takes me, I want to show this game to people, because I know a lot of people don't have big RPG time, or like don't have interest in whatever it might be about this game, or are curious about the Tales series, and I want to be like, look, here's my favorite one. These are my children. I hope you like them. With this, we showed up. Well, to me, I'm not the main attraction. This is great. Like, what do you mean you come here for the ringmaster? But the lions, they're right here. I'm showing you the lions. The ringmaster's like, I'm just a man in a hat. There's tigers over there. They're big kitties. You barely know this. If you have questions, I can recap the whole damn story for everyone who just showed up. Don't you test me.
Did anything bad happen to you?
It's good of you to worry, Sophie, but no, I'm fine.
We all worked together to track you down.
I know, and I really appreciate it. Oh, but Asbel, I have to tell you, it was Raymond who...
God, me too,
Don't worry
beepers.
about him. Hubert took care of it.
Hubert? Wow, so even Hubert helped out.
Come on, let's get back to Lant.
Somehow. Little by little, it's like we're going back to the old
Recap
days.
the story as if I'm Asbel's
Sharia,
greatest
you must
supporter.
be
Oh god.
glad. You have your happy face on.
Yes, it's my happiest.
Okay, good. Had to make sure I did it over the right save, because, boy, I would be very upset otherwise. So recap it as if I'm Asbel's greatest supporter. Ugh. Well, last time we went and we found our best friend Richard. We were super happy to meet him, but he's not as cool as our boy. I can't do this. We helped our favorite friend, Richard, reclaim the throne by defeating his uncle Cedric, who had usurped it. He also got stabbed about 60 times, and everybody was a little freaked out, but it's okay because Asbel loves Richard, so he must be good. Richard got stabbed, became a completely different person. It was a little strange, and it made our boy real sad. So we got kind of thrown out of Richard's retinue. Richard tricked us into believing that we could come and have a peaceful talk to take back Lant. And instead, he sent the army to back us up. We got in trouble. We ended up defeating Richard and his army single-handedly. We sent him home. And now we are headed to Strata to keep Hubert from being thrown out of control of Lant. And Cousin Raymond stabbed himself because while trying to stop that from happening, his plans were found out. He kidnapped Sharia. I did a better recap earlier. Me and my brother went to a tree and found a girl, and there's another girl who wanted to see the tree, and I said no, lol, and then we went to the tree with a new kid I just met. Yes, that's exactly it. Asbel wanted to take literally anybody but Sharia up to the flower meadow, and she's the one who wanted to go there the most. Lance, because that's what Twitch does. It sends the notifications hella late. If I am not live by 2 o'clock, check the updates channel. Because I will have said something there. Unless I'm planning to be like, maybe just like 10 or 15 late, but then I'll say it in chat here, but like, I try to be live at 2 on the dot. Granted, you were doing dishes and laundry, so you're gonna be late regardless. There you go then. It works out. Mana! Hello! Oh yes, and my dad who hates me sold my brother. Yeah, he and his dad didn't get along at all. He didn't want Hubert and Asbel to fight over who would be Lord, as if they would. So he sent Hubert off to live with another family in another country. Print is far more punctual than I am. Well, it's because I don't nap before a stream. That's the thing. I get up and I'm up. But sometimes I don't get up until an hour before stream and I have to kind of my whole morning. And then I'm just here. Usually it's minutes off, maybe 30 or more. Oh my goodness. I try to keep up with my schedule, like... And then Hubert comes back and takes over anyway? I mean, yeah. I know you work all day, but I'm just saying that's what makes the difference, is that I don't nap before stream.
Sharia.
You just pop in when you see a name you like, heck yeah.
This would not have happened if I had
That's what I
monitored
do.
my subordinates more closely. I apologize.
Well, it's over now, so there's no need to worry. That's a terrible wound.
His plan was coming undone, and so he stabbed himself. It was incredibly foolish.
You'll be alright. I'll take care of you.
That's fair. I do the opposite. I don't like the Discord notifications. If I want to make sure I don't miss someone, I put on mobile
Just
ones.
make sure to get lots of rest.
I treated you poorly.
Because I don't want 60
Why
pings.
are you doing this?
Let's agree to forget all that, alright?
Thank you.
And the next time you feel like doing
Oh
something
geez,
crazy,
Lance.
stop and think about it.
I will.
Come on, let's get to Strata and deliver that letter. Sharia, are you coming?
Yes, of course.
All right, kids, let's get walking.
Wait, please. Take this.
Oh, that's right.
I meant to give it to you earlier, but things got hectic.
You don't like pinging people, you don't mind being pinged. That's
What's
fair.
this
I
bag?
don't mind being pinged if it's a person,
It's
but I
nothing
don't
really.
want to get pinged
It's
for
just a
like
good luck charm.
going
Anyway,
live and
if you're
stuff.
going to go, you'd best get moving.
You got it. Farewell.
Cause like, obviously, like Positivity is who I want to catch
And
the
be
most
careful.
because they're my friends. I like to hang out in stream, and like, chances are if I'm not available to see the phone notification, then there's a good chance I can't be at the stream anyway because I'm busy doing whatever. So like, I don't want to come back to Discord to 60 pings and be like, oh my god, what did I miss? What happened? Who died? You know? Beepers, did you suddenly adopt a cat, or is that supposed to be Morse code? Because I have questions. You have all your Discord notifications set. Yeah, I don't have it make noise. I don't like it making noise, which is why I'm on D&D all the time. I don't like... Does anyone here... I know SOS, which is probably the only thing anybody else knows in here of Morse code. And yeah, I keep all my pings cleaned up too. Like, if I get a ping, I try to get rid of it as soon as I can. So if I end up seeing, like, if I look down in my notifications right now, I do see pings, and they're gonna drive me crazy. I try to get to them, but if I look down and I see like 5 or 6 and it's all go lives, I'll think it's all DMs that I missed, like people going nuts. Because I'm used to, if I come back to 5 DMs, it means someone is pissed and something has gone wrong or something. So I try to keep the number low for my own sanity. Because usually a high number means something has happened. Yeah, and Morse code would be dots and dashes, which is why I said I had questions, because I was like, that wouldn't be Morse code at all. Too many servers, yeah. Wow, that guy Hush, what a guy. He's probably the best guy of all. Heckin' hero. You know what? You're right. You're right. Heckin' hero.
What's on your mind, Asbel?
I got this good luck charm from Hubert, and I'm trying to figure out what he meant by
Anybody who shows up
Maybe
consistently
it's
is a
just his own
hero.
way of worrying.
it. How so?
I'm sure he remembers heading to Strata 7 years ago, alone and scared. He probably can't help but think of you making the same trip.
Even after all that time. Sharia, we have to save him.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
the good
will.
luck charm. Over the non-nitro cap of Discord server. Oh god, I can't imagine that, man. I'm not in that many servers, but I'm in too many servers. Like, the cap is like 100 or something, and I can't imagine that. I cannot. I couldn't do it. I can barely keep up with, like, the, like, 5 that I'm quote-unquote active in. Some of them I just read and then don't have the spoons to respond to. So, like, when people are like, yeah, I'm in like 300, I'm like, how do you do it?
Pigtails?
Your hair.
How do you keep up?
The captain said they
Like, Ryu always has a bunch of go live pings from various VTuber ones, and I'm like, I don't know how you put up with it. To each their own, but I don't know how you do it. You don't even look at our messages, most of the ones you're in. Yeah, like,
all of them.
there's a few that I was like, I'm gonna be good and be active in this, and it did not work out that way. I ended up being like, oh, turns out I'm way too dang tired for this. Also, it turned all my shit to manual. Or there's some where I'm active like only in the mod channels. I'll keep up on what's going on like moderation wise, but otherwise you won't really see me
Over already?
unless I have to hand out like a yellow card and then you'll see me and be like, oh. I worry about some of those servers because like every so often I will come out of the woodwork and just throw a yellow card down and people are like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I'm a moderator. And that's about it.
In battle, it's important to pay your
You hit the 200 cap a couple months ago?
Not like that.
Oh,
No,
that's
never mind.
a lot. Yeah, right click mark as red. I see. I try not to have to do that. Like, a lot of them I've just muted, and I'm like, I will come back to this, or if I'm needed, I'll get pinged. Like I feel bad because I'm not active in like Misa's server. I think I'm in Valera's server. Like, there's a fistful that I just don't have the
Asbel?
spoons for.
Can I see what Hubert gave you?
It does, Lance. You're right.
Nice to get a charm from your little bro.
That's funny. When Asbel first entered the academy, he talked about his brother all the time.
Captain, come on. We don't need to bring all that up now.
I want to hear it.
Me too.
I'll go
Asbel's
for it.
brother had been sent to Strata, and he worried about him constantly. Was he lonely? Was he being bullied? His brother was a quiet sort, and Asbel worried others would mistake that for weakness. You even sent him a letter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, same,
but
Rizko.
I never got a reply.
I'm sure he knew you were thinking of him.
I am mildly
I hope
active in the
so.
atelier.
Here's
But that's,
the charm back.
like I said, I
It's
have
a
to come and
special
throw out
gift
yellow
from
cards.
Hubert. I'm sure it will protect you.
Thanks, brother. Okay, we're almost to the port. Let's hurry.
But exactly, Moose, and I'm with you. Like, you go, I'm gonna do better this time, or I'm gonna keep up with this one, or I have such interest in this community, I'm gonna try and make friends, I want to be a part of this, and then you just, there's a lot and you get real tired. The positivity server is great because you get the pings for 5 servers without being in 5 servers. Exactly. That's kind of why we made it. We were like, we share so much audience. Having a community server is going to be so good. You have to reuse Heppers, Diggies, Positivity, and like 3 non-affiliated. I'm active in about the same, less Heppers and less Diggies. I read there, but I don't post there. And like 2 others outside of that. My main focus is like 1 private server and Positivity. Like those are my high effort, and my FC server, but my FC server is not like super busy, so it's real easy to keep up with. But past that, like, no. Glad you're able to build friendships in the community from just being in streams, right? Like, that's how it should be, man. Like, you make friends and then we support one of our own. Like, that's how it works. This community kicks ass for that. You need there to be like 7 of you to hang in all the communities you want to be. Oh my god, right? I know. Yeah, fair, Lance.
So guys, what's Strata like?
I heard it was covered in sand, but... Asbel, what are you doing?
Nothing.
He
You seem
pissing.
awfully nervous.
Ooh, someone's freaking out about meeting the new family.
No, it's not like that. I don't want to say anything rude. Captain!
But yeah, I mean, like, I'm quote unquote active in like our D&D servers because we have 2 for our Friday game and for the Sunday game on Osho's channel, but like, they're not super active servers anyway, so I don't count them. Like, I pay attention to them, but I don't post in them all the time or anything because no one else does either. So I'll just...
I don't anticipate a challenge.
Like, there have definitely been people's servers that I'm like, I would love to get to know more of this person's community. I want to join their server, and then I just thought about it and I was like, I can't keep up. Like, I joined Alec and Tony's server and I was like, I want to be a part of this, and then I just realized how tired I am. And I was like, oh, I can't. So every so often I kind of crawl out from my corner and like comment on a dog picture and then go back.
We can take that boat to Strata.
Yeah, exactly, Rose. There was, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I woke up to 200 and something missed messages in a private channel, and I was like, oh lord.
They've broken through the first line!
Gabby! 21 months. That doesn't seem physically right? My god. That means my sub-anniversary thing, my affiliate anniversary is probably in like, what, 3 months or so? Oh my goodness. Positivity was like the only server in recent history that you hopped into without hesitation. That's fair. Like, every so often I'll see people post their Discords and I'm like, eh. Because sometimes you'll hang out in a chat and be like, this is awesome. I like it here. These people are... Please. Thank you. These people are cool. And then you find out that you're too tired for cool people, no matter how cool they are, because you're just a tired person. And I'm always like, how are we looking? We're not looking fantastic here. Alright. Let's just get this taken care of. Oh, those are way better. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Gabby. I like it. It's getting to be less recent history. What? What is? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is good. It is getting to be less recent history, isn't it? Oh my goodness. It really is wild to think it's been that long. Too tired or too socially anxious? Yes, both. Both. I'm better at being social on the internet than I am in real life because, like, it has always been easier for me to hop into, like, a chat room and be like, yo! But still, now it holds a lot more weight than it used to. Because back on coolkidschat.com, you could just hop in and if nobody liked you, you could never come back. Now if I hop into a server and nobody likes me, those 50 people are in every other space I'm in. There's at least 30 of them in my vicinity at any given time. Sadly, it's not a matter of how cool the people are or how much you like them. Sometimes you don't have it in you. Exactly. Like, sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you got nothing to work with. We are not getting a lot of shards. Barbed. Do we? Just do that and see if we get our asses absolutely slammed.
It'll be a while before we reach Strata. We probably ought to eat something to tide us over.
Good idea. I bet the cafeteria on board will be expensive.
Sharia.
You should eat something too, Sophie, because if you decide you're hungry later, it'll be too late once we're on board.
Okay, I understand.
You too, Pascal.
Yeah, whatevs. I'm not hungry.
That doesn't matter. Eat something.
They aren't even selling anything good around here.
What's wrong with grilled chicken?
Well, you know, I'm not into the greasy stuff.
You like grilled chicken, Sharia?
Of course. It's like they say. Real women eat chicken.
Only you say that.
And yeah, sometimes if there's way too many cool people, you're like, I'm not of the cool kids club. Kaizad! You're part of the cool kids club. Thank you for lurking, you cool kid, you. Is this how they did skits for this game? Yeah! It's called Groovy Chat. That's how they do skits. There's lots of different art. Lots of fun stuff. I like the skits for this a lot. They're very expressive. Right? You should play this game, Beepers! Doggone it! But yeah, Rezko, I can only imagine how you felt then. very, very recently. Is it on PC? Yes, I am currently playing it on PC. It runs just fine on PCs that are not my own. Mine occasionally shuts the display off for brief moments in time for reasons I can't figure out, but this is apparently not the only game that does it now. But it runs okay outside of that, so like you don't need a master class PC to run it. It runs perfectly on the Steam Deck. It has a few issues here and there where like text bubbles aren't aligned right, but that's really the only bug I've ever found. Namco needs to port all of them to PC. They're working on it. How big is the file size? That's a really good question. I don't know how easily I can check that. Let me see. I want to say it was like... No, that doesn't sound right. I was gonna say like 2 gigs, but that doesn't sound right at all. Let's see. Properties? Installed files. 12.01 gigabytes. It says it requires an SSD though. That's the big one. I don't know if that's actually true. Cause like, there have been a few Steam pages that say SSD required and I'm like, why? Cause I'm pretty sure the PS3 didn't have one, so I'm like, what? Yeah, the 12.01 is probably because there have been a couple of updates. Xillia and Eternia, yes, exactly. But Abyss is the next one, to my knowledge. Like, they posted a big thing that just said Tales of the Abyss, and then they trademarked it across the board. So it feels fairly obvious that Abyss is next in the remaster project. Which is weird, because I really assumed they'd do all the PS3 ones and then they just didn't. Yeah, I'll take Abyss too. Which is funny because I feel really bad they just finished the HD project for it. But you know what? Power to them. SAT requirements for texture streaming SSD requirements. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you remember the good old days where 300 megabytes was a huge game? I do! I remember, like, floppy disks being multiple and like 500k being huge, and what, zip disks were 100 megs and they blew us away. You most want Innocence R and Rebirth. Well, at least Rebirth just got a translation patch, which I need to get on eventually, but so like at least it's playable in English in some fashion. Devs optimize your games challenge 2025. Yeah. 8 megs was enough for save data for multiple games. Yeah. Ah, the good old days. Load these 20 floppy disks and you'll be able to play our game. Yup. Godspeed to them for figuring out how to load one thing onto 20 little things and have it work properly. Like, I'm really glad that didn't end up being a limitation and we got shit like Space Quest and Doom and all that because they were like, you know what? Fuck it. We will mail out stacks of floppies. We will not make our games limited to a floppy disk size. You can put in 20 of them. Same thing with like PS1 discs and stuff. That like we were real brave having 4 of them. Like, no, we want to tell our story. You will have 4 CDs and you'll like it.
I picked this up earlier.
Oh, I thought I lost this. Thank you.
Like, can you imagine the things we wouldn't have if devs weren't like, no, you get multiple.
It is. Is that okay?
4 discs.
The times
Take it or
we
leave it.
spent together are some of my favorite memories. And after everyone left and I was alone, I used those memories to keep going. I honestly never thought we'd be together again. I mean, all of us.
That.
Sophie too, not just you and me.
I understand. I'm happy we're all together again, too.
I don't think you understand anything.
As Sharia sets herself back 10 years. You hate Asbel? See, I'm the opposite. I hate Sharia. I'm not too fond of Asbel, but he's kind of dumb as a rock. Please make him not exist anymore. I'll take him out of the party.
Your Majesty, you
Don't
should
you
rest.
tempt me.
I must insist that you return to your room at once.
I'm fine. There is no need.
But sire, you are still recovering from the grievous wounds you received.
I am not a normal human, Dallin.
Fuck
What
does that
does
mean?
That mean?
I am the king of Windor. Do not think to equate me with mere commoners.
Commoners need things like healing and time.
The king must be strong, and I must become even stronger. And I know just what to do. There is great power here in Windor.
Power outage? No.
And not just here. This entire world is filled with incredible power.
Being dumb is awful for other people. Like, yeah, I'm dumb and y'all have to put up with me and it's gotta be terrible, right? Sherry needs to stop treating Asbel like he can figure out complex communication. Yeah, he's an idiot.
How long it'll take to reach you, Liberte?
Pardon me, but are you heading to the capital? Unfortunately, the road is currently blocked by the Rakagon.
The Rakagon?
It's a large monster with a rock-like appearance. Still, this is odd. I'd heard that the Rokagong was an intelligent and docile creature that never troubled humans.
Normally that's true, but right now it's rampaging on the high road between Sable Izole and the capital.
This poor guy.
It's a dangerous situation, so the military has closed the high road to all through traffic.
Thank you for informing us.
He's like an unpaid intern. At least he's not the guy
I'm
that
impressed you know so much about the local
keeps
wildlife,
being
Captain.
reused.
I spent time here before joining the Knights. The Rokagong is beloved among the citizens of Strata.
So, what's the plan, Asbel?
Hard to say without knowing more about the situation. For now, let's head for the town of Sable Izole.
You're hoping Asbel gets redeemed in terms of his stupidity? Cause boy, you might be disappointed. He don't stop being stupid. He does a lot of stupid shit. He's still a good character. But he doesn't get smart. Like there's another character later who's just like, why do you stick around this idiot? And they're right. Nothing cool or new. Actually, wait. We have like 7 billion of these. Oh, and no other fruits. Okay, never mind. Ugh.
Asbel, I've been wondering, when
Walking
did His
cognitive
Majesty's
hazard.
behavior begin to change?
When we first saw him again, he seemed like the same Richard we knew before. But soon after that, his personality began to change.
I wonder what happened to him.
The last time we saw him, back at Launt, I could barely recognize him.
It's possible he may never return to the man he used to be.
That's not true.
Sheria?
Richard will come back. Everything will be like it was before. And the same goes for Hubert. I just know it.
Don't worry, I'm not giving up on them.
I have so many pings. This is what we're talking about. Like I look and it's like 9+ and I'm like, oh boy. Life is over. It's been long enough for me to have forgotten the number for this. There we go. So when I first did this, I guessed at it because it was a number, and I was like, I'll get it right. And I was off, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it when I actually have the right answer. Because the hint for this box is like the number of the beloved beasts, like in your monster book or whatever. And that's like, yeah, okay, what number in the monster book is the Rockagong? I was off by one number. I'm so mad. We can probably make stuff with onions now, no? No? Oh, we don't have mincemeat. Damn it! You embrace being dense and dumb at this point. Yeah, at some point you gotta own it.
Check this out. It says that if a liar licks the
It's way,
salt, it'll
way
taste
easier
totally
to admit you're dumb
There aren't
than
any
to
liars in our group,
convince other
Pascal.
people you know what you're talking about
Well,
when
we
you
can try
don't.
it out. Everyone give it a lick.
Hey,
I can't
Grumblehide,
wait to
welcome
see
in.
who's a big fat liar.
I'm up.
Very well.
If I must.
Huh? Whoa, so salty and gross. What about you, Asbel?
Oh, yeah, salty. I had too much.
Blech.
Everyone could taste it?
It's salty, isn't it, Sharia?
Wow, it is so salty.
Sharia, you're acting a little odd.
Huh? What? No, I'm not. I'm fine. Let's talk about Captain Malik instead. Are you okay? You need to watch your blood pressure.
Hey,
Hey. He's another one that the trope falls into, like, he's old. He's like 30, maybe? But how you doing, Grumblehide? How are you today? It is good to see you. Thank you for the first time I chat. Ah, crap! I was about to say there was an ad break coming on soon, but there it is. You clear your pings out every week or so. You get up to 100 pings a week because of announcement. Yeah, I try to avoid that. These are all DMs, so I'm like, ah! But sometimes it's just Misa and Hepper having a talk. Like, just being like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, alright. It's exactly how your response is to food sometimes, how Sherry is. I go, oh,
The
yeah.
military is closing roads off because of one Rockagong monster. I don't know anything about it, but is it really that dangerous?
it's no mere monster. It wouldn't be a fair fight for us humans.
Do you have any idea why, Captain Malik?
It's just something I've heard. I suspect we'll understand as soon as we lay eyes on it.
Exciting!
Yeah, meanwhile, I went into the fight with the thing going,
Also ads in progress.
yeah. Ugh. I went into the fight with that thing going, alright, I'm gonna use the cheese strat, and I did too much damage and took too little damage to do the cheese strat, so I ended up spending 20 minutes fighting this thing legit because I couldn't kill it with cheese.
You were great, Pascal.
Oh, you finally
Why is this
realized my
full-ass adult hanging around with high schoolers?
High five!
Because Captain Malik was a captain in the military, and unfortunately he ended up on the wrong side of the fence when the one dude usurped the throne. So he ended up against us as a soldier in what became Archdude Cedric's military. Richard was going to execute him, and Asbel convinced him otherwise. Was like, do not kill this man. He was just doing his job. And so he just kind of got expelled from the military and has nowhere else to go. So for the time being, he's with us because we're trying to figure things out, and he's like, you know what, man, me too. So he has nowhere else to be. Yeah, chaperone, exactly. Every Tales game needs their older person chaperone. And Malik is ours. And you know what's really weird and annoying? I think in Zillia that's supposed to be Alvin, which is not even fucking funny.
Don't you think?
Alvin is maybe 20. Maybe. Love an old man in my Tales games. Yeah. The old men are usually the ones I end up liking the most. He's a homeless bum who figures he might as well watch over all the kids. Exactly. They'd be kind of lost without him.
I don't anticipate a challenge.
Trying to think, like, Alvin was the old man in Zillia. Spoilers was the old man in Zillia too. We've got Raven in Vesperia. This has Malik. Who else? Symphonia had Regal. I don't know about Symphonia 2, I'm very sorry.
Not bad, don't you think?
Abyss had Jade. Old men are like our age more than half the time. Exactly, they are. You're into a bunch of high schoolers saving the world. And I can help. You bet I would. That's fair. Then I'm not gonna let these kids run around unsupervised to get themselves killed. Yeah, this... He keeps them in line really well. And he's a troll. This man is an absolute troll.
What's wrong? Why are you sighing like that?
My throat is so dry. I'm gonna keel over from this crazy heat. Aren't you all worried and stuff, Captain?
Perhaps we should seek aid from this cactus.
Cactus?
The ability to store water has made the Strata cactus a vital resource for the people here. You just cut into it, like this, and there you go. Clean, fresh water.
You're amazing, Captain.
Want some?
Oh, please. I'm so thirsty. I owe you, Captain.
How was it? Tasty?
Warm and gross.
It tastes green.
Yeah.
But also, the only person here that Malik really knows well is Asbel, and he's like, if I let this moron go out on his own, he'll die. He'll walk 5 feet and get himself killed somehow. This guy just gives us the book of monsters to give to... It's not even an interesting conversation. But it does. He does mention a cameo. He talks about Quickie. Yet another person who realizes Pascal's a goddamn genius. Rare creature number 99, name unknown. This is a new mysterious creature was just discovered in Windor. What kind of creature is it? They say it's a bipedal human-like creature that was seen swimming from one end of Lake Grail to the other. That's a long way to swim, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like an especially rare creature. How about you, little lady? Any brilliant comments you'd like to share? Nah, not so much. I mean, it's just swimming, yeah? Oh, that's where you're wrong. For you see, this creature has the ability to vanish at will. Really? This report says it was seen roaming thick grass one moment and then poof, it was gone. And all it left behind was a small, strange object resembling an altar. It's my hypothesis that this creature is nothing less than a member of the legendary Amarcians. The Amarcians? Indeed, the one and only. Actually, that kind of sounds like me. Ridiculous, absurd, utterly preposterous on every conceivable level. But... Pascal, are you saying you swam across Lake Grail? Sure did. I was all splash, splash, splash before heading out into the underground ruins. In fact, when I first met you and Sophie, I had just come out the other side. And then I touched her. Eee! Oh, and that disappearing thing is just what happens when you use that device to enter the ruins. Oh yeah, that's right. By all that's holy, the real thing is right in front of me, and here I stand running my mouth like an idiot. That's the part you're upset about? Here, take the book. I don't deserve to have it. Really? Wow, thanks. Hey, did you hear? A mysterious creature is reportedly untying Turtle's transport loads all by itself. Oh, this is terrible. Why, the beast could single-handedly derail the entire Turtle's transport industry. We're going to investigate it once, but we need your keen mind and cat-like reflexes. I'm on my way. That's about the only part of that conversation that was not boring. It's because the average life expectancy is like 12 in anime games for some reason. It's true. That's something about protags that kills me now. When I was a kid and the protag was like 30, I was like, wow, fossil. And then when they were 19, I was like, wow, what an adult. Now I'm like 19-year-old, go fucking take your vitamins, stop putting yourself in danger. Exactly. Pascal's your favorite character so far? Hell yeah, she's great. Exactly, Mino. She's great when she's not creeping. Pascal is incredibly likable. She's just eccentric and weird. Yeah, I think chaos is good for shards, because I can English, but it do be making battles a little long. I'll bump it down to like hard. No, it's on hard, because I don't have chaos unlocked. Hard make battle long then. Don't need shards that badly. Just keep it on normal. It's fine. Pascal is... she's so fucking funny. There's one part where like... and I couldn't find it on my playthrough where she, like, if you're playing as her at the time, she'll be like, wow, we're gonna get killed here if we don't move, and it's like, damn. Other characters, if you're playing as them at the time, will be like, gosh, we should really find another direction to go to, and she's like, wow, we're gonna get killed! She's just got such personality about her. I'm trying to think of like what I thought of different aged protagonists when I was a kid. I don't really know that I gave it much thought other than like I like or don't like this protagonist. Like, with the exception of like Limmel. Limmel was the first one whose age really mattered in any kind of way, because if you're familiar at all with Star Ocean 4, she's probably the most divisive character in, like, RPG history for a long time. Besides, like, fucking Squall. By people who don't understand FF8. Which was me for a while. Limmel's voice acting is fucking atrocious. And she acts like she's 4 when she's meant to be somewhere in her 20s because of an accident. Never really thought about how old the protagonist was besides Earthbound. I did not get to play more than maybe an hour of Earthbound, and I played it in my, like, mid-20s somewhere, so... it didn't really occur to me then either. But... like, Limmel's voice acting actually does sort of match her Japanese. Like, it's a little bit worse. Because I think the Japanese can get away with sounding more monotone and like, emotionless. And having it not sound weird and fucky. Compared to English. But... she's got an interesting backstory that deals with, like, she was traumatized, so she hasn't really aged much. And it didn't land very well. So when you encounter her for the first time, you're like, I don't know that I'm really a fan of this character. So her age kind of came up a lot. And like how we would have preferred she be handled a little bit differently. But until her, I don't think I gave it too much thought. Until they were like, Raven is in his 30s and he's 9 million years old. And I was like, excuse me? Even that was my mid-20s, and I was like, that ain't that old, though. Canary! Hello, welcome in.
That was some fancy
some of the later stuff that comes later in Earthbound really made me think about the age. Yeah, I would really like to play Earthbound, but I can't seem to get it to hold my attention for long. I need to, like, play Earthbound with someone. Like, that needs to be, like, I need to be sat down and forced to play that game. It needs to be, like, a fun group effort. I remember thinking Commander Shepard in Mass Effect was in their 30s, and you were like, wow, old. He's really supposed to be in his 30s? Granted, I don't know anything about him personality-wise. I know he's, like, a choose-your-own-adventure kind of guy, so, like, he is what you make him. But having seen him, I'm like, 30s? I always thought he was either in his mid-20s or his 40s for some reason, and, like, no in-between.
I think that's all of them.
Just by looking at him, which is strange. Protagon Metro was 19. I don't even know how old Zidane was supposed to be, thinking about it. Like, the most of the cast from 9, like FF9, I'm thinking about, like, that was my first real foray into, like, a story-driven game. And I'm like, how old? I don't even know how old they were supposed to be. 16 or 17? Yeah, I never even thought about it. Story of Seasons is a bachelor that's much older than the others and always drove you nuts because he always talked about his age, and if you got closer with him, he'd mention his age gap.
So far,
dude was in his 20s or late 20s, early 30s. Ugh.
Ahead?
That sucks.
Let's ask around. The town people should know something.
That sounds like a good idea.
I think, like, until the latter half of the game, that was Raven too. They were just like, come on, old man, and it's like, just like, he can be other things. He can be something that's not the old man. And then he was, and thank goodness for that. What is the button? That button. Me slowly going poor. But that's what equipment is about, right? Buying cheese. Making grilled cheese. But suddenly being able to make all kinds of stuff. You see who became punchy? Like the cat? I have come to love my old cranky villagers, but in New Horizons they definitely made it become like, it felt like an old folks home. My island is an old folks home. And I think, unfortunately, due to them having so many lines that overlap now, more than they used to, they feel like I have 7 of the same villager. Which is unfortunate. I really love my crankies, but they all feel like the same guy now. I think a good chunk of my town in New Leaf was cranky too, but they all said different stuff and it was way more fun. Series of cards that contain heroes from different worlds. Come see me when you have at least 10 and we can play a game. If you look around, you can probably find a few cards right here. This is a mini game that they actually sold that I would love to have owned. My boyfriend at the time could have absolutely played it with me. I don't remember this password. Or the hint for it.
Don't kill the Rockagong! It's survived for eons, and has great scientific value!
I don't want the Rockagong to die!
We're not here to kill
Those
it.
little ones are dressed
We just came to
like the
investigate.
rest of the scientists
Then why is the
here,
military
but they're like
deployed on the
3
high
feet
road,
tall
huh?
and sound like children.
We did it so we could initiate rescue operations. in case the creature starts hurting citizens. Oh, someone get me out of here.
Are they scientist children?
Oh man, the Rockagong's got its own fan club and everything.
That's no surprise. It's a gentle beast that never caused problems for anyone.
Canary, I have those moments daily, and I'm
Those
not
calling
joking.
To save the Rokugan are growing
I'm
by the
very
day.
sorry.
However, there are many who need to use the road, and therefore wish the creature dispatched by any means necessary. The will of the people is very divided. If nothing is done, the situation will only grow worse.
This is a problem. We need to get to Eula Berte as soon as possible.
That's unfortunate. I don't see this being resolved anytime soon.
Exactly, Mana. I'm getting tired just looking at you. Man, me too, but like, say something else.
Captain, in a worst-case scenario, how dangerous could the Rokugan be?
I've heard it's quite large, but aside from that, I don't know. I've never seen it myself.
We should just hit the high road and see what happens. Then if it attacks or whatever, we can just scream and run away.
I guess that's a plan.
Well, we certainly won't reach the capital by standing around here. Let's go.
You're good, Canary. I just hope you feel better. I know waking up with a huge headache or anything really sucks. Like, it ruins and informs your entire day. But yeah, sometimes you'll like stand up or you'll do anything, really. For me, it's mostly standing up. And your body will just go, no, we're done. That's that. And you will sit back down by force. You will not do that by choice. Your body will be like, we're finished here, actually. And then you'll be like, I wonder how long I'm gonna sit for, because I can't get up right now. And then you just hang out. Try to go to work and yeah, sometimes you just, your body decides you're done, and that is not happening today. Like, the last few times I've had to call off a stream have been a mix of that and just bad sleep, where like sometimes I'll get all the way to sitting here at the computer and I'll be like, you know what, actually no, I really cannot. My body is just like, none of this. Not today. Can't do it. You got home and passed out for 2 hours? Yeah. Good. Good. I'm glad you got rest. Yes, please take a day. I'm also glad that I can today, because I've been having a lot of trouble doing things lately. I've been pushing real hard. Next week we're reeling it back quite hard. I think my only stream days next week are going to be Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday I'd like to reserve for rest and cleaning, and then Friday through Sunday are taken. Like, that's my next week. It's just 2 days of not. Jiminy! Good stream! Good to see you. Had a bit of a breathing issue today because of these damn dish machines. Oh! Long story short, acute carbon monoxide. Oh my god. Oh my god, please, take a rest. Holy crap. That's... carbon monoxide is dangerous shit. Yeah, everyone is fine. Everyone is always fine. Oh my goodness. Moosin, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you noticed it before it got bad. Usually, like, you hear the horror stories of, like, I thought I just had a headache, and then, like, they're hospitalized for a week. Hell yeah. It's been nice to see you streaming more. I just wish I could catch you more, because you start before I wake up. You forgot to raid again. It happens. You gotta get into a rhythm. The only reason I remember to do it is because, like, because I started after watching everybody and hanging around them for, like, a year or two, so, like, I knew the rhythm. I'm still not good at everything, but I at least know, like, the basic steps. Like, I never have a dang raid message. It's very scary. Carbon monoxide stuff sneaks up on you. Like, when they had the paint fumes... Ah! Give it up for month number 9. Wait a minute. Didn't I thought you subscribed for 3 months in advance or something at some point. That was not 3 months ago. And if it was, I'm going to leave and not come back. Oh, Canary, that's not good. You might keep a non-pun eye on that. It still gives the monthly message. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay. I was like, it wasn't 3 months ago. Good. Please, yeah, please keep an eye on that. Because that's... having it affect your eyes like that is real scary. That could mean all kinds of things. But yeah, when we had the paint fumes in here, like, I thought they were gone. Like, our maintenance team has a really, really bad habit of painting other apartments and not ventilating them. So they will go into the AC system, and so, like, when our AC kicks on, it's just paint. And nothing but paint. So, after the flood, they had to do a lot of repairs on another apartment nearby, and we got paint fumed again. And because of a horrible series of events, the screens for the windows are bent so stuff can get in them. So we don't like to open the windows because we can't seem to get them to fix them. And there was a wasp's nest right outside the bedroom window. Because of course there was. So we kind of just had to, like, deal with it. Like, I opened the front window, I got really tired of, like, it was either that or the off-gassing from the mattress, and I opened the front window and a lizard just came running in, and there was another dead lizard inside the windowsill, and I was just like, of course this would happen. Of course. So the lizard ran back out, and I shut the window, and I was like, not today. I don't want to have to throw out another dead lizard. Please go live your life happily outside, thank you. Like, it got really stupid. But yeah, like, I thought it was like 2 in the morning. I thought the paint fumes were gone. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And I laid there and my head started pounding and the room started spinning and, like, my vision started going funny. And I was like, oh, the paint fumes haven't been gone at all. I've just gotten used to them. So I opened the window. But it's really easy to get complacent about it and be like, yeah, it's over. It's done with. Like, we don't... Like, you get used to a smell or you just think, I've got a headache, it's fine. And you don't. It could be doing some real damage. So I opened the window that night and we ended up with a ton of wasps subsequently, but I was alive after it, which is kind of the important part. Also, hello Diggy! I will drink Crinkle. Yeah, the walls are funny colors, it's fine. Like... Sometimes a headache ain't just a headache, and it is so hard to figure out when it is or isn't. Like, you never know. And, like, Ryu doesn't notice this stuff because, like, after COVID, his sense of smell is still a little funky, so I'm always like, do you smell that? And he's like, no, I don't smell anything. And I'm like, ah, shit. So it's on me, who is often going crazy, to be like, no, that's definitely a real smell. So I'm really glad you got away from the carbon monoxide with just acute poisoning instead of major poisoning. I'm glad you noticed it at all, because, yeah, most people don't. I've heard of, like, an entire family who, like, just never noticed and just... They went to bed and did not come back. Ventilation is a frightening thing that needs to be taken more seriously and often does not. Like, I think we have been paint fumed in this apartment 3 times in the last year of living here. Two or three times. Because they just are too stupid to open the windows. Carbon monoxide is particularly scary since, yeah, it's not very obvious. It's not. Having chronic pain and other conditions makes it really hard to tell if you... Exactly! Every single day I'm like, is it back pain? Do my organs actually hurt? Like, what's... Like, my bones hurt today. Is this normal? Is this the new normal? Who knows? Eventually I'm gonna die and they're gonna look at Ryu and be like, did she show any symptoms? And he'll be like, she said her back hurt, but it's gonna be that for the last 10 years. Like, I'll go to a doctor and they'll be like, you didn't think this was weird? And I'll just be like, no. This is my everyday, and they'll be like, oh my god, woman, please.
The research at Sable Izole is at the forefront of scientific inquiry in Strata.
What kind?
Crius Arts. As the world leader in the field, much of their gold is invested towards it.
I wonder if this giant monument has something to do with their research.
Monument? I don't know. This just looks like some kind of giant book, don't you think?
Now that you mention it, yeah, this does look like a book. Can we read it?
Open it up, Asbel, come on!
Okay.
Asbel broke it.
A pity.
Oh.
New doctors are always like, damn, you live like this? Exactly, like... They would examine me and be like, what do you mean this hurts? Like, it hurts, I don't know. Or they'll be like, why don't you think this is strange? And I'm like, because it happens every day for the last 15, 20 years. Like, I don't know what to tell you. At least, like, one of the last doctors I got, like, he poked some very specific spots, and I was like, ow! And he was like, I thought so. And I'm like, what do you mean I thought so? He was a good guy. I think he was kind of QAnon, but at least he knew his shit. But damn if some of the stuff he did was not above board.
No. Sophie, please. You can't be so finicky all the time.
What's wrong? Sophie?
Sophie won't eat anything. She's so picky.
It's fine. She doesn't have to eat anything she doesn't want to. Right, Sophie?
Yeah. You coddle her too much, Asbel. She's not a child, you know. What am I gonna do with you two? So, what do you want for dinner anyway?
Curry sounds good.
I suppose you want it mild.
Yeah.
You're both such children.
Aw, hey, come on.
I share Asbel's love for curry. Asbel is the cool dad. He's the cool parent. Hopeful for good news next Thursday from your doctor. I am hopeful for that too. Please go get good news from your doctor. That's everybody's homework. Go get good news from a doctor. I wish I could. Hey, check out the wonky looking Crius here. It looks pretty ordinary to me. Nope, I can tell. The Eleth inside is confecting just a little bit. Confecting? Wait, but that never happens to a Crius with Eleth in them. What the? Whoa! Pascal? Like, what's going on and stuff? Confecting? It becomes delicious? That's what I thought. Pascal, what are... The contract has been fulfilled. I am Ciandine, beloved maiden of the water dragon. What's going on? The Crius has responded to your blood. My power is yours to use as you wish. Go and train yourself well. I shall await the day when we can set foot upon this world together. And it's gone. What's all the commotion? Something strange happened when she touched the blue Crius here. Strange how? How do I put this? This crazy spirit woman thing just appeared out of nowhere. You're kidding! Did she happen to have long flowing hair and skin like that of a pale blue sky? That was her. So the rumors were true. You don't mean... It's a popular story among the researchers. Sometimes people hear voices and feel eyes upon them when they're up late working. Might have something to do with this tower's peculiar origins. Maybe we don't need to hear about this right now? Actually, this is the perfect time. Please continue. Well, apparently a town once stood here beneath the area where this tower was built. So there's a chance some of those townspeople might have been buried alive? There is a path below that leads deeper into the tower, but it requires using a door that we cannot open. And if you pass through the door... Please, Captain, don't say anything more! On the subject of ghosts, I honestly cannot say, but we do know for true that a town once existed here. And if you saw what you claimed, then perhaps it may have had some special connection to you. To us? Wow, I wonder what it could be. Why don't you go take a look, Sharia? Wrong voice. Now cut that out! Haha. This one doesn't have the classic Tails summons, does it? No, it does not. I'm kind of thankful for that, honestly. I didn't like how they worked. Especially with Sheena, I really didn't like how it worked for her. Was it? Oh, wait, nope. The number of the monster... Did I just fucking guess the other one? I thought that was this one. I don't know. We'll get it eventually. But for now, I'm feeding this cat a clam. I can't remember. Eternia was the only other one I think I've played with summons in it. And I'm pretty sure those didn't even work, like, all that great. They were not super worth it. Oh no, I wanted 2 of those. Right. We have a lot of zeros. We have no mincemeat. We probably want potatoes. We probably want that. We want this. Mechanically too, but I mean it doesn't have Undine, Ifrit, Gnome, Volt. No, it sure does not. No, it don't. It's just those 3. It's just, C&D and... whatever the fuck its name is. And Grim Sylphie. What's the third one? Not coming to me, that's for sure. Not remembering. Blood Flame, that's right. Things I would not have remembered. This is fun though. The Magic Carta minigame is certainly a unique thing in that they had to tell these voice actors to do imitations of other voice actors in games that we never got here. Oh, looks like you've got some Magic Carta cards. You mean these? Yep, check out the back. See how each card has a famous quote from a hero on the front? You've never played any of the Tales games, you've been told you may like Symphonia, everybody will say that to you. I think you will like most of them, personally. Symphonia is just the big popular one, but I'll be honest, the ports have not been amazing. If you want it to not feel like it's been half-assed... Oh, I didn't realize the text was going. Wee! You might do one of the other ones. You almost forgot a very important rule. When you read the quote, you have to try and sound like the hero who said it. But I don't know who any of these people are. Don't worry, a smart kid like you will figure it out in no time. Heh, he can handle it. Come on, Captain, help me out here. What about you, Pascal? Is that okay? Heck yeah, I was famous for my impersonations back home. It's Magic Carta time! I'm the one picking them, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna...
Crest.
I'm gonna forget everything I was talking about. Yeah. I haven't gotten to play the most recent port of Symphonia. Supposedly it's kind of messy. It used to have a lot of crashes, actually. Like, I heard on Switch especially, it was really bad. But, like, from what I've heard, it sounds like they really half-assed it. This one was given to a different team, and they did a really good job on it, I think. And I feel like they ought to go back and redo Symphonia and, like, really give it a good glow-up. But I don't think they will. It might be worth looking into, like, the PS3 version, maybe even the PS2 or GameCube versions, question mark? I don't know the difference between all of them, but I know the most recent port is not amazing. You heard they sort of fixed it? You recommend the other versions, like GameCube? That's fair, yeah. The Trails series is long. A lot of those should be played in order, and it's an incredibly long undertaking. And it's one of those games where you get a 50-character team and you'll get to a fight and every single person has to have something to say, so you'll be standing there for 20 minutes while everybody goes, yeah, uh-huh, yep, yeah, let's go, uh-huh, for glory, for me, yeah, woohoo, yay, and it's like, alright! However, aside from other long cutscenes, like, they're pretty alright. There's a lot of them, and they're very, very long. That was my ex's, rabbit hole for the pandemic. We all stayed at home, and he was like, I'm finally gonna play the Trails series, and boy, that took years. He didn't finish those until, like, 2023. And they're still going. Jackson and I were doing a playthrough of Trails in the Sky a long time ago and actually really enjoyed it. Yeah! I need to go back and play Trails in the Sky. I stopped halfway through. There's a new one coming out now, like a remake, which is really cool, but I do have the other one, the first original on PC again, and I need to play that. There are a few Trails games that can be played separately because they're like different parts of the series, like Trails in the Sky is different and Cold Steel is different. Bancha, you were alive? Damn it! I missed a Bancha stream. I didn't get to check in.
Broken through the first line.
Dang.
Did you know?
Whoops.
Ami, she liked you.
He was alive. It still says he's live. Part of me is like, I'm gonna go tab over there and get my check-in.
Something to ask you.
At White. Oh, that's Ruti.
It's about Leon. Broken through the first line.
Ah! Iron Bite.
Always keep your weapons ready to fire.
It's my
A hype train. Jesus. Hi, everybody, and Scoot. Welcome in. I'm gonna finish this minigame and then I'm gonna greet y'all properly.
Too bad.
Hello, X button?
Allow me to disengage my limiter.
I was on Rita, and it didn't give it. Oh, it did give it to me. I'm like, what the hell? There. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Bancha, what the hell were you up to? Were you playing more Crystal? What were you doing? Did anybody get you a shout out? Did you shout yourself out? No one got you. Hold on. Did more Crystal? Heck yeah. Banchaved. There you are. Hey, it's Bancha. Welcome in, Bancha and Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Printers, the Hodmedad Modmedad. I'm 3 feet of felt, fluff, and fury. Today we're back to playing Tales of Graces, one of my favorite games in one of my absolute favorite series.
Broken through the first line.
And y'all are throwing subs at me like crazy, and it's not fair. We were just talking about remakes, remasters, and how they kind of flubbed the Tales of Symphonia remaster port thing on PC most recently, and how I would definitely suggest one of the other ones personally, even though Symphonia is a beloved classic. It's not one of my beloveds, and every time I try to play that game, I am cursed. The power goes out, I lose my save data, everything goes wrong, I cannot play that game again, it will not work. But, if you came in with a raid and you need to rest, if you need to drinkle, decrinkle, take a tinkle, if you need to get a snack, take a nap, find a shiny, whatever you need to do, please take care of yourself. You are not obligated to stay, but I am more than happy to have you here. And if you have any questions about this RPG that we are playing, if you have any questions about the plot, the characters, the recap, I can attempt to do another really crappy recap. You will know this game as well as I do by the time we're done. And we are longing for Gagongin. It's still sad that the GameCube version is the only one that runs at 60 FPS. Exactly, it's incredibly sad. It's depressing. I am happy to see y'all, and I'm very sad that I missed a Boncha stream. You must have gone live like right as I did or something.
Rockabong, where are you? Stop it, Pascal. What if it decides to take you up on your offer?
Sharia, do you know about the Rockagong?
Well, not really, but I know it's a monster and probably dangerous, so I think we're better off avoiding it.
But everyone in the city was all like, no, dudes, don't kill it! So it's probably super cute.
The Rockagong is cute?
It's called a Rockagong. It probably takes rocks and gagongs people with them.
Gagong!
What is wrong with you people?
It was exactly 12 minutes after me. Damn. Boncha really waited until I went live and was like, yeah, yes, yes. Don't let Prinny check in. Let her fall behind. I also love that skit. Gagong! At least Boncha doesn't have streaks. It's true.
Not bad, don't you think?
If he had streaks, I would be very, very sad. Yeah, no, I refuse to, too. Like, I'm sad that I couldn't check in, but, like, it's not- there's no detriment to it other than me, like, being like, damn, I missed my points or whatever, you know? My cool keep it real points.
I don't anticipate a challenge.
I also don't want to have streaks. Twitch has not given me the option, but I don't want to have them. You were there and also forgot to check in. Oh no!
For that.
Hi Zon, Saizon!
Sometimes I get so
Good to
lost
see
in
you.
serious thought. About what? About how I could think more seriously.
We've hit
about
another
things.
level of hype train. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Level 1 complete. Yes, yes it is. It'll still be in a little bit because we gotta get to where that happens, but yes. You're fully correct. Some of the most memorable stuff is indeed coming up shortly. We will be getting there during this stream.
I think that's all of them.
Everyone does seem to be doing well, except for Moosin, who needs to rest. We worry about Moosin. We are so poor. Hamburger. Cheeseburger. Oh, dang. Oh, easy going. That's... Wow, that's not as many points as I would have anticipated. Alright, we really are not getting much in the way of shards. Where is Tomato Parfait? Was that EXP or was that shard drops? I want to say it was XP. Do I even have it? I don't. Okay. Glad you're doing well and doing... Look, It's by average, Canary. You bring it down a little bit, but it's up, so like you're doing better just by like being here. Glad you're doing better than Canary. Look, Canary's gotta be. You napped. You gotta be doing at least a little bit better. You're well enough to be here, and that's something. Don't make me look like a jerk. I care about you. I want you to be okay. Not a jerk, Hoggy-Dot. Yes.
I'm not done yet.
We'll ignore that at one point. One of my middle names was Banhammer. But that's because I'm only a jerk to people who deserve getting banned. Seeing your bad sense of humor has brain implosion energy stuck in your head now. Yeah, we'll save here just cause. Here we go.
The ground's shaking.
Is it an earthquake?
Hey, not cool! Where'd this stupid sandstorm come from?
Hey, weather, not cool. So we were wondering. Aw, thank you, Beepers. We were wondering how big this lad was.
The Rakagon?
Large lad.
Whoa, that thing is really, really, really big. And it's coming this way.
So about that plan about screaming and running away. Hey, lad, more like Lord. He big. Hype train success! You've collected all the level 1 emotes.
Are we?
Wow. I guess that means I didn't get a new one. But hell yeah! How do I close this menu? Get this emote menu out of here. Thank y'all for the successful hype train! I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Hype chests are on the way, so I guess there's level 1 emotes going out to whoever didn't have them before. Show me what emotes you get. I apparently managed to have them all somehow.
Wait, are we inside the Rakagon?
We're in its stomach, to be more precise.
In its stomach?
No way!
Oh my gosh, this is great! Who knew this thing would be so big?
At least someone is having a good time.
Sticky.
Ugh, gross! What is that stuff?
Well, if we're in the stomach, it's probably some kind of horribly toxic acid.
We should get out of here. I don't really want to be dissolved by stomach acid.
I love how excited Pascal is.
Let's try that way. It looks kind of blur, but it's probably where the mouth is. Otherwise, we gotta go out the butt.
Absolutely not. Unbelievable!
If it makes you feel better, I'm almost sorta totally sure this leads to the head.
I hope so. If we don't hurry, we'll be digested and end up going out its butt anyway.
This is not happening.
Yeah, run! It's Godzilla! But for legal purposes, it's not. Love the scene so much. Here it is! Here it is. This is one of the most memorable skits. Everybody loves this one.
Swallowed alive by a Rakagon. That's new.
What a mess.
So, does anyone know where we are, or whatever?
Somewhere near its tail, maybe?
In that case, our fastest escape route will be out the butt.
Okay, that's enough. How are you all so calm? I can't stand this one more second.
Sharia, listen. Everyone thinks we should leave through the butt. Let's search for the butt, Sharia. It's the only way.
Sophie? You are making things much worse.
Such a child.
It's because I'm an adult that I can't take it.
Let's search for the butt, Sharia. It's the only way. It's the only way. That one really sticks with you. It really is one of the best. And every time I come here, I miss that stupid head over there.
That thing's huge! Be careful!
Yeah, that's such a child.
Why? Eagle's eyes! No way!
Pascal looks worried. She said she was torn between eating 10 banana pies or 12.
I see.
Sophie's VA is very good with the deadpan delivery. Yeah, she's good with all the deliveries, which is really nice.
Hey, look
Reminds
over
me,
there.
you still need to continue Tales of Arise so you can meet your paladin wife. I hope you like her.
Look at that! It even swallowed a house!
I don't like her.
Unbelievable.
The other butt to search
The
for.
outside looks
True.
undamaged, which means the inside might be habitable.
Let's take a look.
Kisara definitely does have a good butt. I just thought she was boring. I felt like they didn't do enough with her. She did not interest me like I don't know. She either wasn't my type of character or she wasn't written very well, and I can't tell which. Oh yeah, she's horrible to play as. I really didn't enjoy her. But I don't know, she just felt lacking. Like they definitely could have and should have done more with her, and they just kind of didn't. She got the least amount of like polish, I felt like.
Well, this is interesting.
Captain, do you know something about this?
I once heard an old story. They say a great merchant who used to rule this land lost everything he owned in a single night sandstorm.
And you think this statue is his?
Yeah, me too,
I thought
Lance.
It was just an ancient legend.
Though I did swap
She's real
out for
enough.
Law.
Perhaps the Rockagong's stomach holds a mountain of treasure.
Wait, can that really be true?
Yes, it's certainly possible.
Oh, wow.
But there's a good chance the Rockagong was all brap and just crapped it back out.
I can't take this anymore.
Pascal.
What?
You can be so oblivious.
He just crapped it back out. Ah! Yo, what? What did I do? Like, what do you mean? I think part of Kisara's problem is that her story was so intertwined with Dohalim's that she didn't give enough of her own stuff. Yeah, that's exactly it. Dohalim was a lot of her character. And while I can appreciate her dedication, I would have liked her to be more than Dohalim, and also likes to cook, I guess. The art is great. Probably partly too, but I think they could have spent time on her character progression. They could have. They really could have. She felt like the weakest link, and it's a shame. Because she had potential, just like everybody else, but everyone else got that potential fulfilled, and they didn't. She didn't. It's fine having loyal as a character trait, but that loyalty was 80% of her character. Yeah.
I can't believe we were swallowed by a monster. And while we're stuck in here, Hubert could be sliding deeper into trouble. I don't know what to do.
Panic and self-doubt will solve nothing. We should focus on finding a way out of here.
He's right. And besides, Hubert believes in you. That's why he gave you his good luck charm.
You're right. We have to get out of here and find Strahta's president.
We should take a look at that house over there. Perhaps we'll find something useful.
Yes!
Yeah, the percent was foodie. There was like 5% fishing in there. But overall, I really did like Arise a lot, and I want to get back to the DLC, actually.
Oh, we should take it. You know,
I did not get very far.
So, is there anything else exciting in here, or what?
This appears to be a journal.
It goes on sale
If these
reasonably
pages
often.
are correct, the monster we just fought is the reason for the Rockagong's rampage. It's a parasite that's causing the Rockagong to run mad.
So if we kill the parasites, the Rockagong will be all happy again?
Supposedly, the parasite queen has a purple body. If we eliminate her, it will eliminate the rest. It also says the flute you found will cause the Rockagong to appear when played.
That's awesome! But also kind of useless.
Yeah, I agree,
since,
Lance.
You know, we're already inside it.
There's one more note. It says, "You who are reading my journal, please do what I could not. Please save the Rockagong."
Our main goal is to get out of here, but it would be nice to help the Rockagong too.
How about this? We'll kill any parasites we find, but keep moving for the exit no matter what.
Sounds like a plan.
What are you doing here? I hope the DLC has good story. It seems like it so far, but without new playable characters, I'm like, huh. It makes me wonder where it'll really go. How did you get here? We got eaten. We got crunched and munched. Making a Balatro deck with your friends sucks because 1/4 of the deck you're not going to be happy to see. Ugh. What, you mean just like those cards themselves or the friends? Because I'm like, wait a minute. And I mean, the good thing about Balatro is that it makes every card has its own value and its own use. Like, you can make a build around like anything. Also, ads already? It's already been an hour? Whoa. 1/4 of the deck isn't high scoring. I mean, it can be though, that's the thing. You can build a whole deck around 2s. It's more difficult than most, but like, you can.
She sensed danger and fled.
And here's Scott stuck in ads.
I'm trembling. Why?
Eh? Oh, the Jokers. Yeah. I was like, are those code words? Am I about to be like awakened like a sleeper soldier? Yeah. There's a lot you can do. And that's kind of what I appreciate about it, even if I'm not good at taking advantage of it. You were in an ad, you missed my insight. Damn it, I knew it. Are you still in an ad or are you out? I'm assuming you're out since you said was. But I was saying that there's a lot of different Jokers and stuff that you can build a deck out of, so like, or build a play around so that you don't actually need to worry about low scoring stuff. Like, you can make it so that 2s are the best thing in your deck or anything like that, and they can be powered up via the Hiker or the cards that make them worth like 30 extra chips or whatever. Like, oh, my monitor went out. There we go. There's lots of different options. Like, you can make it so that you're happy to see any card in that deck. And that's incredibly appreciable about Balatro. If you wanted a certain card to be strong, it would take some work, but you could do it. Have I? No, not yet. Doggone it! And Rapier Rush is the, yeah, the one that sucks. But of course, you know, the face cards are always the default, like, ooh, yes, these. Like Ancient deck? I don't think I have that one. Or is that the one that's devoid of all face cards? Yeah, yeah. I got that, when I played that deck the first time, I had the bus, and I was so happy because I'm so bad at playing the bus, I always forget not to put out face cards. I've traveled back in time from next week. Please stop throwing monsters at us. I was over here. That's one of my favorites. There's an even better one. There's a lot of good ones if you put, like, just Pascal in with the dudes. There are some that I haven't even managed to trigger either. Like, Tony's showed me a few that I'm like, how do you get that? There's so many. I still need to find the sound files that have the events and skits in them. I still can't. I feel like I've gone through almost every file in there, and the skits and event voices are just not in them, and I'm so confused. Also, picking who to put on it in is kind of hard. That's fair, yeah. You're braver than I, Scott, because I'm sure you'll put in 50 fucking people, and then there'll be the one person that's like, why not me? And you're like, dude, we haven't talked in 6 months. I didn't want to make you like a 2. It's just not something I'd want to deal with. Like the one person coming out of the woodwork and being like, ugh, so you hate me? And you're like, no! Jesus! Yeah, just make a deck for everyone. I know there was a point to killing all the parasites, but
the captain said they'd let me fly through the air.
Oh, I get it.
I don't remember what. All of positivity are in there, and the lowest is a 10. I mean, it's because we're all 10s. But see, that's the thing. Like, it's just, how do you decide who goes where without, like, making somebody upset? I couldn't do it. Tis not worth it. I love how this has Asbel for scale. They're like, it's big. Here's how big.
When will we finally be out of this horrid place?
We'll find a way. After all, we're not in this alone. We have Hubert helping us out too. See?
Oh, that's Hubert's good luck charm.
Our luck may be starting to come around, thanks to this Rockagong not being such a picky eater.
See? I told you, Sophie. Not being picky's a good thing.
Okay, I'll try.
But how does it not being picky help us?
The shell of this egg hasn't deteriorated. It means it's strong enough to survive the acid here. It won't be digested, so I'm sure the creature will pass it sooner or later.
I get it. We just burrow into the egg and wait for the Rockagong to eject us. And since we're not crawling out the butt, even Sharia should stop. That's gross. You're all so very gross.
But you just told me not to be picky.
Look, we don't have time to wait around for this thing to pass an egg. Let's try to find another way.
Also, I did learn that apparently they did dub all those extra skits. I haven't watched them yet myself, but I forget what landed me on it, but they apparently got a different voice actress to replace Laura Bailey for Sharia for those skits, which ought to be interesting to see who else they didn't get back. I figure we'll all watch them together at some point, but I'm like, oh boy. That's gonna be interesting. Right, gotta go around the crack. We haven't done, like, the left side, like, at all. We're crawling out of butts, Naka. It's a very important distinction. It might be just that you just have to find all of these before it lets you leave. Damn it. Come to think of it, I haven't tried putting anybody else with all the dudes besides Pascal. I wonder how that works out. Like, I don't think I've not had the opportunity, but made the opportunity. I just don't think I ever did it. And yes, this goo actually does hurt if you walk through it. Yeah, we won't be using that. It's really handy. I am low on dudes. We are missing a dude. Trying to change targets and it's not listening, but all right.
You were great, Pascal.
Oh, you finally realized.
Imagine acid hurts to walk through. Yeah. If your shoes are part of your HP pool. Which I guess they are. Time to hit that free in. Sorry, the monitor went out again. Had to wait a moment. It's doing that a lot today. Sometimes it doesn't do that. Like, at all. And then sometimes it's just like, you know what? Has about more often than you would prefer. Okay. Turtles also doesn't seem to be concerned about being stuck in here. Yeah, like, I guess y'all do business everywhere. They're like, people keep coming in, so why not, I guess. Really? Right, don't need that. Didn't notice this, though. I probably didn't notice this before, either. Neat. I wonder if we can do something with that. Let's find out. We can do stuff with mincemeat, though. Meat pie. Nope, can't do anything with it. Not yet, anyway. Turtles can probably just hide in their shells and be safe. Maybe.
I don't anticipate a challenge.
They are a strange breed of being. Nope, that's not the right thing. I gotta check Sophie's arts again.
Over already?
Probably actually a lucrative location for healing items. Yeah. Eternally at war with the cats. Not here. Not in this world. But are they more or less strange than cats? Than the cats in other games? It depends. Are we including the dark turtles in this? In this equation? Oh gosh, oh wait, no, she does have that, okay. We'll swap the two. Or we won't. Or cows? I don't remember cows. That's not ringing a bell. The cats were strange. But not Not as strange as the turtles, probably because... Yeah, there we go, okay. I feel like you didn't have to deal with the cats as much as you do with the turtles, so you could kind of ignore them and not have to worry about it. They were only in like one game. One game I haven't played then, I guess.
Hey, so what happens if we toot the Rockagong's flute from inside it? Pascal! Wow, this flute is pretty intense. Ugh, you just don't listen to other people, do you? What you think happened to the guy who owned this flute? He must be dead, yeah? Hey, stop it! I wonder if his corpse is still kicking around in here. Seriously, stop! Look at that wall! It's like a human face! His lips are moving. It seems like he's trying to say something. Like... someone's name?
Sharia?
Oh, wowzers! Her voice hit the same frequency as the flute! Anyway, what's up, Sophie?
I just wanted to tell Sharia that I'm hungry.
Well, I don't think they were in Vesperia, because cows does not ring a bell at all, so it must be Abyss, because it's been a hot minute. The skits in this area are really good. I really don't remember cows for the life of me. Sharia does not have a good time here. That's why all the skits are so good. Because they're all at Sharia's expense, and she deserves to get ribbed every so often.
How long until we get out of here?
I wonder... Maybe we'll be stuck here for the rest of our lives!
Once again, you sound excited by something horrible.
Oh, it's not so bad. We just make a family. You could be the mom, and Asbel could be the dad. And then Sophie and I could be sisters or whatever. Ta-da! The Rockagong family! Oh my gosh, this is the greatest idea ever!
What about the captain?
The captain? He could be Grandpa, I guess?
Pascal.
Calm down, angry guy! I'm just joking and stuff.
No, behind you.
Ah! What the hell is that?
Yeah, Daddy Malik,
Look at the color. It must be the queen.
Everyone stay on your game.
Yeah, the look of, wow, I really amaze myself sometimes. I'm so smart. I'm glad it takes a second to guard every few minutes, like, so it can't cast. These little dudes, however. And me with no good area abilities. Ugh. Arya! Arya, you've really never chatted here before? Dang. Who is Arya indeed? It's good to see you. Good morning.
Don't you think?
This is who Arya. Arya here. That was a first time chat, yeah. Arya's never been here before.
That solves our parasite problem. But we still haven't found an exit.
We're running out of time. We have to deliver the letter.
I mean, that was a first time chat. I don't know.
Yeah. There's some kind of powder spilling out.
You're also a mod. I didn't even see. We've traded. I don't remember you being a mod.
It's Pepper.
Who puts pepper in a good luck charm?
Yeah,
We're
he make it the
shaking.
website. He didn't watch it the stream.
Wait, this might be... Look out!
I'm just happy you're here. Lurking or not. It's good to see you. He make it the website, he make it the streamer smile.
Looks like we made it.
Do you think it's because of the pepper?
Hubert's charm was luckier than we thought. But why did he give us something filled with pepper?
Maybe he knew he'd be swallowed by a giant monster! Although that seems kinda unlikely.
What does it all mean?
Asbel, where's the Rakugan?
Hey, that's right. Where did it go?
It sneezed itself to the moon.
It seems to have fled the area.
The high road is open
Man,
once
I never
more.
realized
On
that
behalf of
Focelus was
Strata,
moving
I
back
thank you.
there.
But tell me, what exactly did you do?
The Rakugan was infected with parasites, so we cleared them out. And then we were looking for an exit when...
That looks like a Krius charm.
Wait, that's right. I remember now. I gave this to Hubert a long time
You're
ago.
not wrong, Arya.
I wanted to fill it with granulated Krius, but I couldn't find any. So I had to use pepper. I can't believe he hung on to the old thing this whole time.
They say Krius charms protect their bearers. Apparently, they even work without the Krius. Anyway, I think the Rakugan has returned to its peaceful ways. Had you not stepped in, well, I hesitate to think what we might have been forced to do.
You won't hurt it?
How could y'all have killed that thing?
Don't
Seriously.
worry. It's perfectly safe now. Now, if I might ask, why are you going to the capital?
We're trying to extract my brother from a difficult situation. To do so, we have to meet with someone in the capital.
I see. Well then, I wish you luck. Perhaps we will meet again someday. For now, farewell.
See, if I could find the sound clips
high
from
road's open
skits,
again. Let's head for the capital.
I could let y'all hit me with rocks and have it go gong whenever you did. But I can't find those damn sound files. We could have all sorts of fun. But no. The files have to be confusing, and there isn't one just labeled event. Or even a moniker that might resemble event. Or skit. Yeah, find them now! Arba wants to hit me with rocks! I appreciate that, Rezko. I don't want you to have to endure spoilers for it, though.
Pascal,
There's... With my luck... Highlighted messages triggers. It's the only way.
wow, you're
I'll do a redeem for that, too. It'll be like, let's look for the butt, Sharia, and it'll just bring up a random, like, character's butt on screen.
Is there something wrong, Captain?
I don't know. You didn't sense anything off about that man we just met?
Not really. He seemed like a typical middle-aged tourist to me.
You sure you're not just overthinking this?
I hope not.
I've been back and forth through those files, and I feel like there's gotta just be like one collection that I missed that has what I need in it. Buying it for completion and nothing else. Oh, we can just buy this and then go utterly poor. And then I can take it out of the mixer. We will cook shit with it eventually. We need more tomatoes. Oh, we're Rakugan, yeah. We were inside a dude the whole time. We were. It'll probably be neat to find the context after hearing everything out of context. I mean, that's fair, but some of it will definitely be more spoilery. Cause like there is that one file that has like the entirety of the story in voice form, but none of the events or skits.
don't anticipate a challenge.
Pardon. That one kind of snuck up on me. We're going to battle one-handed. The battle voices are in there. I have taken some of those for uses that I don't know yet, but I've taken them anyway. Because who doesn't want to have instant balls on hand at all times? That's true. You can avoid the big spoiler file. I have gone through 90% of that file. It's all the other ones, because like all the other packs are like per area, or like that I can find. So like this whole area would be one pack, and I'm pretty sure like every time you're meant to come back to certain areas, there will be another pack. So they've all got, it's a million duplicates. It's the footstep sound, the ambient wind, the water noise, the doors opening, like anything, like the treasure chest opening, anything that will happen in that area is in that file. Per amount of times you come back to it or whatever. So like there's just a million of separate files that are just, here's some wind, some water, and a door opening.
First, I toss out a peach gel, and while the enemy
Instant balls will be pretty sound clip for when she joins the Discord VC. I wish, but I don't pay for the high level nitro that lets me do that. Otherwise it would already be there. 100%. Pascal happy with her bananas. Let's look for the butt. Yeah, that would be good.
Woo! Bananas!
Those are bananas, in which case we must be near water.
The capital of Strata should be just a short distance ahead.
Hey, Asbel, do you know about Strata's
Pascal's
capital?
voice actress gets not enough credit.
It's where Strata's
She's
central government is based.
actually the best in this.
Great, Sophie! How did you know that?
Because the captain
I didn't
told
even
me
know that was
so.
an emote. Oh my god.
Yeah, he tells me everything about the world.
What exactly are you teaching her, Captain?
Like I wish I could justify paying the high fee for Nitro, but like I think that is one of the only things I would get out of paying for that, so I'm like, yeah. But I know for a very short time Bancha was using the "Hey Bancha, how's your fat nuts?" sound effect, and that was fantastic. I wish he was still using it, but I understand why he's not. I'm teaching your kid because I don't trust any of you to do it. Nah, he's teaching her about the birds and the bees and things that you don't want Sophie to know. Who taught you that? Oh, I know. Yeah, no, Captain! Like, there's one later that's like, that's what jealous women do, and they're like, you've been talking to the captain again! Oh, the Hey Bancha Fat Nuts clip is so good. It really is. Let me wake my mouse up and... Boop. There you go. Now you can say fat nuts all you want. Out of here. How can you not trust us, your best imaginary internet friends? I got it. It's in Automod now. It should be fine. Automod picks up on the damnedest things.
Who would have thought a huge city like this could survive in the middle of the desert?
Strata's power comes from a Valkanist called Duplimar. This country possesses the most advanced technology in the world for drawing power from a Valkanist.
Got it. Now let's see if we can use this letter to meet the president.
I suppose we should head to the presidential palace.
Alright. Yeah, we're good on Elith. We need money! We need money! We're so poor. Ooh. I always like the use of water in Tales games like this, and the one capital from Tales of the Abyss. Such fun use of water. The HNS is now active. Please don't cover my windshield in apple gels. I will try my best.
It's so nice and cool in here. Is that because of the snowman?
Thank you for renaming it.
Check it out, Sophie. Snow.
Snow?
Somehow I
Me
doubt that's
too,
the
me too.
reason. But that's weird. Why isn't the snowman melting?
It's probably some secret Straten technology. But why wouldn't they put the snowman outside? Then everyone would be comfortable.
No, it says it right here. For indoor use only. Yeah, consumer electronics and gimmicks are sort of a hobby of mine.
Can we buy one as a souvenir?
We're not on vacation here, guys. Our money can be better spent elsewhere.
So what's snow?
What little bit of money we have. Ooh. Nothing else to be. Yeah. You include an Oasis City in PTU solely because you love that kind of location? Hell yeah. Don't worry, Sophie, you'll find out eventually. Yeah. Yeah, she will. Alright. Oh, cool. I can actually make this early enough for it to be useful. Tomato. There we go. Oh, so, okay, so it is EXP. We are probably... Yeah, we are so freaking poor. Oh my god. Like, I can fix that, but I don't want to. Oh, I can't use that. It's not useful. It's already not useful. Okay. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Can't afford, like, any of this. I do know I made a bunch of crap. I can probably sell some of it. I know some of it is also very useful. I can make more of these later. Yep, that's also useful. I will come back for that later because apparently cannot afford. Whee! Now that you think about it, your Oasis City is more similar to Uliberte than you'd realize because its water also comes from a giant magic crystal. I don't think it does in this. Oh, it does kind of come from Duplamar, yeah. You're right. I hadn't thought about that. But I mean, Aquios also gets its water from, like, an orb, so I mean, it's just kind of a thing at this point. Star Ocean 3 is another one that I would really like to get, like, a proper remaster or remake of, like, fix up the systems a little bit. It has... the biggest problem it has is just a lot of animation lock. And boy, do I wish you could get past that. I'd love to stream it. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I've played that 7 bajillion times. I love Star Ocean 3 a lot. Like, a lot. I have so many save files in Star Ocean 3. But boy... boy, the animation lock in that game is... whew! It didn't age very well. You love when you make an item and it's already outdated. Yeah, it cost me like $3,500 to make that thing and it's worthless. I'll need it for shit later, but duh! Goggles! The idea of a water-attuned artifact being the cornerstone of a desert city is just such a good concept. It really is. Star Ocean 3 is next on the list? I hope so. I mean, they brought it up so that it can be playable on the PS4 and 5, so, like, that might be where they leave it. But I really want Star Ocean 3 to get a thing. That is, like... this and Star Ocean 3 are two of the games that I have played the most times in my life. Like, I've played through this 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times now. I've lost count. Star Ocean 3 I have played so many times. It was my go-to for a very long time. Once you get something that was meta, a new thing comes out that is better every time. I didn't really get to play 1 and 2 for a really long time. I got to play 1 on the PSP and it bored me to tears because it just didn't pick up fast enough. 2 I borrowed from someone back in high school, and unfortunately the disc was fucked up, so every time you went into a particular cave the game would just crash. I had given him my save file so that he could get past that part, and I don't remember what happened, but I did not end up getting past that part. Maybe he asked for the game back and just... I didn't get to finish it, but I didn't get to finish it until the PSP many, many, many moons later, and I was like, you know, I don't know that I see all the hype around 2 as much. It was good, but not like the greatest thing since sliced bread like so many people made it sound like. Where was I when you were young and playing these titles in need of people to talk about them? I don't know, Arba, but I would have yapped about them to you forever. I still will. If you want to go, Arba, let's go. Let's yap. I can yap about these games a lot. I even really enjoyed Star Ocean 4. 5, not so much, and I still have yet to play 6. It's incredibly difficult to get me to sit in front of a console right now, like, that isn't portable, because A, just sitting on the couch is painful, but also, like, it's really lonely to just sit out on the couch, because I'm just by myself, and it's just me alone in a room on a couch, like, and I know that sounds great to some people, but I get lonely really quick nowadays, so, like, it feels isolating. Like, I've done a lot of my time sitting on the couch, and like, when I lived with my ex, like, we weren't talking much for a while, so it was just me alone on the couch, and he was wherever else in the house, and it was just like this kind of... It's not the kind of alone time that you can enjoy. It was different. It felt like isolation. It felt like a punishment. Like, cool, we used to hang out and now we don't. So, like, I kind of got soured on that a lot. So it's not... It's difficult to get me to sit in front of the TV on the couch now and play on the console. I've been racking my brain for months trying to find a way to, like, get the PS5, like, in this room or something, but the biggest problem is that it will put out so much heat that it'll be a sauna in here. So I'm like, what do I do? I also don't have anywhere to put it. It would have to be on the floor somewhere, and that's not great. So, like, that's the big problem. And if I ran an HDMI cable, it would have to go across a very large room, and then I would have the problem of controller not reach. So it's like, eh. And PS5 remote play is actually trash for me. It is atrocious. It does not work. PS5 itself would be fine, but boy, is that basically a space heater. Yeah, my PC puts out enough heat as it is. Like, it gets hot in here when I stream. The PS5 would just cook me alive. I wouldn't mind it at first, but eventually I'd be like, whoa, help. Yeah, perfect for winter. Just turn off the heat entirely. Because, like, I still want to get to Metaphor, too. I put Metaphor in the system, because I've got the Portal thing. And I put Metaphor in the system, and I was like, I'm gonna play this! And then, like, I just have not gotten there yet. And it's always a matter of haven't gotten there.
Next question. Sophie, do you know what
yeah,
a president
Lance, I bet.
He's a leader chosen by the people.
Yes, very good.
Sharia told me. She said it's different from Windor.
Yeah, Windor's a monarchy.
But why do people need kings and presidents at all?
They help to protect us. It's the same reason Launt needs Hubert.
But what about Richard? He was our friend and also a king, right? So why does he hurt people? instead of help them?
There has to be a reason for that. And after we take care of the Hubert problem, we'll go see Richard together.
Okay.
That's fair. Yeah, I want to give Metaphor the proper time and attention, and I just have not had that lately. Even going through this, I was heavily distracted the whole time. And I had a really good time with it, but like it wasn't the kind of attention that Metaphor actually deserves as a game that I haven't played before.
Oh, I see. If you look closely, it's actually a set of 2 fountains. So why doesn't the water flow down from the upper arch?
That's nothing like the fountains back home.
It's another application of Krios arts. If I had to guess, I'd say it uses the same Eleth as our weapons.
I bet it's based on the principles of Eleth coupling equilibrium, huh?
Yes. It sure is something to see, huh?
Strata is home to the water Valkanist Duplimar, right? Hubert sure grew up in an incredible place.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the wealthiest city in the world. You never see something like this in Windor.
It very well might be. Can be really hard to make time for games that long because it has to be a certain quality of time too. Yeah, exactly. Like, I have to have the attention span for it. Crises need to not be happening at the moment. And goddamned if every time I start up a game I don't get 50 DMs out of the blue. Every time. I'll turn on a game and be like, ah, yes, time to, oh, what's all this? Ah, Jesus. And it's 6 different people going, help! And I'm like, ah! Definitely been distracted when playing this too. Like, I love this game, but because content-wise it's the same, as I was finding myself feeling less inclined to keep going in favor of other things I hadn't played before. Not the same for my case, it's just that, like, I was okay splitting my attention between this and DMs and stuff because I knew this game so well. Like, I'm super happy to enjoy this game, like, I'm not gonna load it, but here's my other play files, like, I've been putting in the time. But it was time that I felt okay splitting between other things, and I feel like if I were to start up Metaphor and get 50 DMs, I'd be sitting on the title screen for 6 hours.
Pardon me. I am Asbel Lant from the Windor Kingdom. I come bearing a letter from Governor Hubert Oswell. I would like to request an audience with the President. Can you help me?
I will give this to the President. Please wait here.
I love how that guy is the guy who they keep reusing, but they're like, do a different voice, and he's like, okay.
Sure. I guess it was kind of rash to just barge in here and demand an audience.
Exactly, Lance. That's what happens to me every time.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lant. The President will see you now. However, your companions will need to wait outside.
Do your best Santa Claus impression. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'll try to keep it short.
Ran through Metaphor in 2 weeks and you really enjoyed it, but really encourage other people to take time. Yeah. I need to rebalance my schedule hard.
Please, follow me.
I haven't even felt like I've had time to work on art stuff as much as I could/should, so I'm like, I would like to rebalance my time so that I can take, because when this came out, I was playing it like 2 hours before bed, and then the flood hit, and I had a whole week of can't do shit else, so this was the whole week. And I would have loved to have that with Metaphor, but it was not gonna happen. Helen, you're saying this sitting there with Suikoden paused. Go play Suikoden! After only having 20 minutes of playtime. Oh my god, yeah, exactly. Because I really want to finish Tokyo Mirage Sessions too, but like, I haven't gotten back to that either. It takes a certain type of attention that I always feel like I don't have. Oh, that says safety first. I didn't realize that.
Thank you again for your help with the Rokugan.
Recognize this man?
I wasn't trying to hide my identity, but in that place and with that outfit, I figured you wouldn't believe me anyway. Come in.
Yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is really good. I'm crawling my way through it.
Ah, perfect. Asbel,
Is that the voice,
this is
Mino?
Garrett
Is that
Oswell,
why I recognize
a
him?
powerful business magnate and adoptive father of your brother. Oswell, your son has sent his brother to discuss my earlier recall order.
Why that impertinent little...
Asbel, let me start with you.
This man
Why
is
have you come to our
clearly evil.
country?
Oh, okay.
Mr. President, Lant is currently facing threats on all fronts. We need the continued leadership of my brother, Governor Oswell. I hope to come here and convince you of this. Your order was issued because Hubert was said to be ignoring the will of Strata. However, in accordance with the agreement between our two nations, his actions are clearly in the right. I humbly request that you refrain from quick judgment of him and come to a fair and rational decision.
My reports say your brother is not fit to be a governor.
I would disagree, Mr. President. Hubert is held in the highest regard by all the citizens of Lant.
Interesting. I've heard very different things from Mr. Garrett Oswell here. I sent the recall order so I could ask your brother about the situation directly. The original plan was for a much larger area of Lant to come under our control, and in turn, for the supply of Crius to increase exponentially.
You don't understand. The people think he's dope. It's true.
Sir, is that a report on the situation in Lund?
Sir, have you gotten information from sources other than me?
Sources of information, Mr. Oswell. I couldn't simply take your assessment as fact. Asbel, the letter
He
you
found
wrote
out you
supports
full
the
of shit.
conclusions in this report. So then, Oswell, it seems you directed Hubert to aggressively invade the outer regions of Lant. I don't remember giving any such order. I imagine you had been hoping that prolonged internal conflict would leave areas of Lant with a power vacuum that you could then fill yourself.
This guy is
And when
getting
that didn't
fucking
happen,
wrecked.
You decided to take matters into your own hands and attempt to cause it deliberately. And you thought to hide this from me. You must take me for a fool. These actions go beyond personal insult. They are tantamount to sedition and high treason against this nation. I rule here, not you. I am the president of this country.
Mr. President, I would never dream of hiding things
High
from you.
treason.
I simply meant to...
Every aspect of our Lant policy, from the initial occupation to the alliance with Archduke Cedric, was planned by you. I can see now that was a mistake. And so, I hereby remove any authority
I
you have
love
over
this
the region.
moment.
What
Like
are
he's
you-
gonna go back to Hubert and be
Mr.
like,
President,
so
you
what
know how
happened?
hard I
Man,
have
you
worked
would
to
not
secure
believe.
Lund. And still you would have me surrender all authority?
You will do it at once, or I will have the regulatory committee investigate your gross abuses of power.
You're lucky I'm not arresting your ass on the spot.
As you wish, sir.
Oswell, we're done here. Leave us.
Like, hey,
Yes,
Asbel,
Mr.
why don't you tell him what else the people related to the Oswalds have done in
Hold
your
younger brother in very high
presence?
esteem, Mr. Lant.
He is an exceptional person, sir. And I believe he can serve as a link between Strata and Lant.
I trust him for this as well. However, there is no getting around the fact that his current methods will leave our country desperately short of Crius. If that does not change, I will eventually be forced to recall him.
But...
Personal feelings have no place when compared to the well-being of a nation.
But if the Crius problem were to be solved, you wouldn't need to recall Hubert.
It
Mr.
really does,
President,
doesn't it?
Please, give me just a little time.
This is not a problem that can be solved quickly, Mr. Lant, and I don't know how much time we have left.
I understand, sir, but I have to try.
Well then, good luck, and I pray you find a solution.
I really love how he's like, let me single-handedly solve your nation's shortage that you couldn't solve yourself. And dude's just like, alright, I guess. Also, I don't think oh, I did find this. But I probably didn't open it. Where's the hint? Is it not in this room? Huh. 2. Tuplamar. Yep, don't remember it. Alrighty! President is probably like, not like I have any better leads. Yeah.
Welcome back.
DC Douglas meets Wesker. I'm not familiar with the name, but I am familiar with Wesker.
We've met him before. Remember the guy in Sable Izole? And later by the Rokugan.
Huh? That was him?
So that means the discussion went well, yeah?
Not exactly. As things stand, Hubert's recall is pretty much a done deal. Apparently, Strata sent their military to Lant to take possession of Arcreus.
You can kind of hear if he was calm and not sneering all the time. That's fair.
Methods.
So they're going to replace him.
If we want to stop them, we have to do something about Strata's Creus shortage.
That's an extremely difficult problem for one person to solve.
I don't understand why they need Windor's Creus in the first place. I mean, they've got their own Valkanus Creus, right?
Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange.
There shouldn't be a shortage of Creus with a Valkanus in place.
Maybe there's something all woobly with the Valkanus here. We should talk to people or whatever, yeah?
That's a good idea. So, the decision to invade Lant was made solely by Mr. Garrett Oswell?
Then he must have been the one conspiring with Archduke Cedric.
Does that mean Hubert has been standing against his own adoptive father?
It seems Hubert chose to protect Lant, even at the risk of his own position.
Hey, wait. So that
Also,
means
Gabby and
little bro
Tahaku
is in
and
trouble,
Xenosaga
yeah?
3, which...
Yes, but I'll prove to Hubert that I can still protect him. I'll need the President's cooperation, though.
I would have to remember those
So for now, let's
characters.
hit the town. We can investigate and learn more about the Valkanus Creus.
It's a plan.
Voyager? Question mark? Oh. Quit changing me back to Asbel. We were, yeah, I missed some, didn't I? Shit. How many did I miss? Sorry about that. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Did I miss like 1 or like 7? Okay. Oh, I did learn one thing though, like, it will show you this if you're gonna miss something, if you're not in the right place for it. So that's something at least.
Bug juice!
Thank you. That fool, that damn blasted fool, he won't get away with this. I'll make him curse the day he crossed me. Gather the other men. I'm calling an emergency military council. F this dude, man. You never look at the world map? You will, you should. You, how dare you come in here uninvited? This is my home. I order you to leave here at once. Go on, get out. So if you never look at the world map, let me show you something really cool. So obviously it's the world map. Field locations will show you, like, you can also warp to these later. Discovery points will show you things that you can get from anywhere and where they were, which is really cool. But the most important part that you will need it for later if you're going for doing all the requests is this. You can see what people want and if you have it or not. You can also easily be like, do y'all have what I need to buy? And the answer is either yes or no. So I was just following all this to get all the requests for a long time. This was a lifesaver, because it's either that or you just constantly fly from every town to every other town to try and get the, to try and figure out what you're missing. It took forever. So please, if you're going for in requests, use that. Use that. It will save your life. It will save you a million years of time.
Phew, it's even hotter today than usual.
It kind of feels like it's been getting warmer and warmer every day, doesn't it?
Now that you mention it.
I think we should file an official protest with the government about the weather.
That's a fine idea. They totally control the weather. I'm going home straight away to discuss it with my husband.
Excellent. We can't let the government get away with this. We can't let them get away with the weather being the weather. You never knew about the Interquest being on the map. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No wonder you thought it was tedious back in the day. It's so handy.
What's the matter, Mother? Haven't you noticed? Is the water level in the fountain lower than usual? That's right, dear. Do you think it's broken?
Good question. I'm not an expert on fountains, unfortunately.
Well, are you worried?
Maybe a little. We wouldn't want the city to dry up and become like the desert, you know.
It'll be fine. We still have the Valkanus.
Yes, of course. Your dear mother is such a worrywart.
No, she's an idiot.
Forget where there's other people. Yeah, they're controlling the weather, clearly. You know, those dang governments. They control the weather constantly. Is there more? I know there's more people to talk to somewhere, but I don't remember where all they are. I think there's only one more place to go. I think. Top 10 things Big Strata doesn't want you to know about. Exactly. Big Strata. Cat. Clam. Man talking about wine. Cheems. Number 10. The water in the fountain is like a few liters lower than usual. Whoa! It's very annoying. They should stop manipulating the weather. You're very tired of snow and cold. Man, send it down here. I want some snow. Everybody do be giving us cheese. You have wine though, right? No. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's more people.
The president sure has it rough.
Tell me about it. Some idiots have even been protesting the unusually high temperatures of late. Isn't that the stupidest thing you've ever heard? I mean, who protests the weather? I wish they wouldn't do such embarrassing things. Oh, I know. And did you hear about that strange man? The one traipsing about town in that oddball outfit? It's a sad day indeed when things have come to this. Last I saw him, he was headed towards the West Gate. I wonder if he lives out there in the desert? Wouldn't surprise me. The West Gate. Today is a high of 70 and it literally snowed on Wednesday. What the fuck? Please, someone help. We know all about the president has been sending researchers to the Valkanus. Did he say Valkanus? We need to help that guy. Is everyone ready?
You bet.
That's just the turtles, ladies. They just want to do business. You're right. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Now what the hell's going on here? Well, we need to kill this guy.
It's something to do with Valkanus, isn't it?
Well, you see,
Does it also have to do with the rising temperatures?
Yeah, so if you'd let me talk. Hey, look at the time, I gotta go. Fuck this dude. And he's gone. Well, then I guess we'll just have to ask this one. What do you know about the Valkanus? Valka who? I don't know nothing. Look, we're not interested in whatever it is you're doing. Huh? Especially since I'm sure it's some petty plot for minimal financial gain. So then, will you talk to us? Like hell I will. Welp.
So the whole reason they're after Creus is because their Valkanus isn't working properly.
Like to thank you for streaming today. Work has been so chaotic. Your stream stopped me short of a few times of blowing a fuse. Thanks so much for Aw. You're welcome, Arba. I'm so glad I could help. But if anybody deserves for you to blow a fuse on them, go for it. You let them have it. But I'm really glad to help. I'm happy to be here. Ugh. It's always nice to hear, like, you made work easy today, because boy, going to work sucks, and I'm really glad that I can make it easier for anybody. A little bit of coercion works every time. Exactly. Malik has also been teaching Sophie interrogation techniques. I mean, he was in the military, so he would know some, I'm sure.
Well, we figured out the problem, but what can we do?
We gotta show this to the president.
I did so good in drawing this. We gotta show this to him.
Yeah, so you take this over there and tell him your friend knows all about Valkanus, and then it'll be all woohoo!
Wait, are you saying...
Pascal, you know about the Valkanus Creus?
It's already been an hour again?
I read about him in some old documents once.
You really do know everything, don't you, Pascal?
Oh my goodness.
I just like learning about stuff, you know? The president might not care, but it can't hurt to show him anyway.
All right, Pascal. We'll give your idea a try. Thanks.
Allie! Hello, Allie. How are you doing?
You're a really good artist, Pascal.
You mean that Valkanus diagram? Ah, that's
Heck
nothing.
yeah.
There is no need for false humility. Asbel is an honest man and only saying what he believes to be true.
You know, Sharia used to be really good at drawing too.
Me? Oh, that's nonsense. I certainly wasn't anywhere near as good as Pascal.
Look, Asbel. I drew something too.
That's great, Sophie. What a tasty-looking banana.
It's a Valkanus.
Poor Sophie. Been getting some work done. Good shit, good shit. And yeah, I like my Hubert outfit. I'm part of the Stratton military. At least that stops being a major part of her character fairly quickly. It does, yeah. She's... every so often she comes back to it and you're like, oh yeah, that was a thing, but like... She very quickly goes like... more important things are at hand, and it's just like, alright, backburnered. Yeah, it's a Valkanus. Oops. Sorry, honey. Ooh. I really want to read the signs behind him.
Well, Asbel, have
Please pick up Citric Children. I have no idea. A life's work should be easier to work at all till something a look anyway? What? What the fuck does that say? A life's work should be easier to work at all And then it stops making sense. Till get a look anyway. Some of it is actual, like, normal making sense English. Like that thing of that grid of squares actually says safety first on, and then there's please pick up something something. Time to lurk while you're headed home. Have a safe trip. Be safe. Frey Yep. Can't read them. There's a chicken in there. Please pick blah blah like, right? Like, it makes sense until it suddenly very much does not. And you're like, what? What is it supposed to say?
You learned anything?
Mr. President, I think we may be able to help you fix your Valkanus Creus.
All right, fair enough. What are you planning?
Please look at this diagram.
Like how this random citizen who's not even of his country is like, I might be able to fix your Valkanus, and he's like, sure.
He's extremely knowledgeable about
what?
such things.
Be more suspicious,
she'd be
dude.
willing to investigate.
It seems you've been holding a trump card this whole time. Well, you're right. Our country's Valkanus Creus has been experiencing severe problems as of late. When we sent a research team to investigate, they found Amarcian ruins at its base.
Amarcian ruins?
You're familiar with the Amarcians, the mysterious people who left ruins all over the world. We don't know if these ruins are connected to the Valkanus somehow, but it's possible. I'm telling you this because I'm interested in what your learned friend might think. Our scientists have precious little insight when it comes to Amarcia. It would be most helpful if she could take a look.
If we agree to investigate the problem, will you let Hubert stay?
Not just investigate, man. We gotta fix it.
Investigation will not be enough, I'm afraid. You will need to fix the problem altogether.
It really does
Okay,
look it says
I'll take my
chicken.
friend to see the Valkanus Creus.
Please pick up
It's
tart
located
chicken.
in the desert west of here, surrounded by some ruins. I will give you an ID card as well. We don't allow regular citizens to approach the Valkanus, you see. Thank you, and good luck.
Tails Dev just put their shopping list on there, right? Like, it's so curious because it is written in English. It is readable. It's just
Sorry to keep you
until
waiting.
it's not.
How did it go?
Well, he was very interested in Pascal's
I
diagram.
think I even have that font.
He wants us to investigate the Valkanus as soon as we can.
Sweet!
Thanks, Pascal. With a little luck, I think we might be able to save Hubert now.
Hey, no sweat. I'd do anything to see Strahta's Valkanus Creus. So where is it?
What do you mean you've never seen it before and don't know where it is? How do you plan to fix it?
All right, let's get going.
Is the hint to that treasure chest somewhere in this room? Usually it's not too far from the chest itself. I don't remember if I got that chest or not gonna lie. Like sometimes it's scrawled on a wall or something stupid, but no, I'm not seeing anything here. Wild. Nah, of course he's not gonna say anything like that. Dang it! Not that way, it's this way. I wonder if they're just starting Tales of the Abyss or if it's gonna be like soonish also this year. Ground beef from the grocery store, right? We've got mincemeat. Hard to say, really, yeah. Don't know. There's so many things that can sort of be dualized with other things, but also, like, not yet. Wah. Wah.
It's so hot.
I can't even sweat anymore.
Asbel, are you okay? You're not dehydrated, are you?
It's not that. It's the water, Elith.
Pascal?
Pascal, stay with us! Huh? Uh-huh. Yes, I see.
Is she alright?
She says it's so hot she doesn't feel like talking.
She could at least finish what she was saying.
On top of that, she says the reason you're not sweating is because there isn't any water, Elith, in the air.
Lance, I'm with you. Like, let us hear Karma the way it was meant to be heard, and also just like, Abyss in HD sounds great. I'm going to laugh if it's not as good as the HD textures that fans have made. I'm Asbel again.
Your sword skills are amazing.
Thanks. I'll use them to protect us all.
That is not how sweating works in our world. But it's how sweating works in this one, I guess. Does this count as protect? No, thank God. Just cutscenes. Cause yeah, ooh, that would rack up the counter real fast, and I would stop. I would not notice them half the time. I'm certain. What? Ironbite, you have confused me yet again. What are you talking about?
Stay sharp, even against giants.
I just imagine you like you're the meme with the butterfly. Is this product? Like what? I was counting in skits. Did I just blank out and miss them again? I'm not all on top of I'm not on top of it today. Did I miss it in skits too? Y'all are better at this than me. I'm gonna start adding like Rezko and Lance to the. I am counting skits too, yeah. Anything that's not battle. I need to like add you guys to the users who can do the command, because apparently I'm a goddamn idiot. I'm too busy yapping, is what it is.
Over already?
But yapping is important. You guys at least hear stuff. I'm like, yep. Do-do-do-do. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Can't believe you're not taking this word counting super seriously. I wanted to take it more seriously. But then I get distracted by stuff, and here we are. I'm busy counting the words coming out of my mouth, like, oh, it's too quiet. Sand people.
Oh, I thought those were people, but it's just sand that hardened into a human-like shape.
With so few people in this area,
There's people inside it who
there's no one
died.
around to knock them over.
Huh. Interesting. Why do you think the Amarcians put a Valkanus in the middle of the desert like this?
Pascal says you actually have it backwards. She says the Valkanus Creus likely turned this place into a desert.
Why are you speaking for her, Sharia?
She says it's a pain to talk in this heat.
There are so many good little skit illustrations that would work amazing as like emotes. I made a few of them, I just need to upload them. And fortunately the art book that came with this has plenty of those images that you can just Boop, take screenshot of. So many good little pictures. I love little peepits. They're so cute with they wiggle their little butts. One of the things you love about Graces is that a lot of the skits actually often stay relevant to the story in the moments they show up. Yeah. And there's only one instance in which things get a little scrambled. And it's a matter of if you go to like one room before a different one. Like, Sharia will say something she's not supposed to know yet, briefly, and then you'll go to the other room and she'll be like, oh, that's what that is. But I think that can only happen, like, once. They remind me of that chick enemy from Phantasy Star. Yeah! I can't... Rappies. I miss the Phantasy Star PSP games. I want to go back and play the second one. I never got to finish it. The first one was really good up until the final boss, in which case they had a very specific vision for that boss, and like, they enforced it in a really shitty way. Like, they wanted you to have the freedom as a player to do all sorts of things and play it any way you wanted, except for that fight when they had a very specific idea and you had to follow it. Rappies, you say? Yeah. Still have Phantasy Star Zero for the DS. I don't remember if I've heard of that one. We might leave this for next time.
Halt! Outsiders are not permitted to enter here.
Here he is again.
We've come to investigate the Valkanus Creus on orders of the President.
Our highest paid extra voice actor.
Ah, forgive me. You are free to enter. The Valkanus is located near the back of the ruins.
300 hours to get... Oh my goodness.
Let's go in.
Yikes. PSO 1 is fun, but definitely better with friends. Honestly, Phantasy Star 4 caught your friends and I off guard. Yeah, you know that voice. He's I'm pretty sure he's Margulis at the very least in Xenosaga, but he's a whole bunch of other people. But in this, he's like 17 different extras. He's definitely been reused a lot.
It's so strange to see the military on full alert in such a deserted area like this.
Is it me, or does it feel cooler around the ruins?
Hey, I can answer. That's probably because of the water eleth emanating from the Valkanus.
Are you okay now, Pascal? We missed you talking back in the desert.
Now that the Valkanus is close, I'm full of beans again. That's gotta be the effect of the water eleth, right? Now come on, slackers, full steam ahead.
Pascal may be an obscure variety of fish.
She's a fish? Captain Malik, would you please stop teaching her all that nonsense?
She must have gills. Let's find them.
Captain!
Yeah. On that note, let's find our gills. I think we are done for the day. Malik is fantastic. I love him. And his voice actor just nails it. Ooh. Big stretch. Let's find somebody to raid out to, shall we? Hopefully somebody who will understand the raid message about let's look for the butt. More Monhun as always. Let's hit Compy. Compy's doing art. She can look. She'll definitely want to look for the butt. You're welcome, Arba. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. When I hit go live and like nobody showed up for a while, I was like, well, it'll be interesting if it's just me, but I think I can find out ways to talk to myself. Let's see. Let's see if we can pick an emote. Here, we'll use this one. There. Oh. There's our raid message. Been there, you know that feeling? Yeah. It's rough, but you'll like you sit there going, well, I guess if I gotta I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna head on over to Compy. She's working on art, which I'm sure is fantastic, as it always is. Compy's art is super cute, and we don't get to raid her very often. Oh yeah, she drawing cute boys. She had talked about looking for cute boys to draw, and it looks like she at least found one. But yeah, we're gonna go on over and say hello. We're gonna give her lots and lots of love. Yeah, thank you for coming back, Hush. It's always good to see you. Always a pleasure. I always worry you won't come back. I'm like, damn. I had one really interesting chatter and you never came back. But it's always good to see you. Not that y'all aren't interesting, but you know what I mean. Alright. That is it for me for this week. I will see y'all on Sunday on Ocean X for the next leg of our one-shot turned campaign. I think it's actually the first foray into it being a campaign, so it's a big forward step. Yeah, thank goodness the one interesting... You know what I mean, Gabby, you shush. Shush your pom-pom wielding face. You look like Batman. I appreciate it. Usually when we get new chatters, they're like, hello, I want to show you Link, and you're like, ugh. But then you get like an interesting new chatter and you're like, oh, I hope that one sticks around. Like, it's that sort of deal. Like, please continue to make my chat a good place along with the other awesome people who are already here. Don't... I'm not trying to insult the rest of y'all. You hush. Hush your wonderful faces. You don't like looking at Link? He's a cute boy. You know what I mean. Ah! I'll call you Arbutt Lesto. Where? Alright. Y'all show Compy some love and maybe she'll show us a butt. This cute boy's butt that she definitely hasn't drawn because he doesn't even have shoulders yet. That's true. Hush is my first person that came to me and didn't get absorbed from elsewhere. Aw, hell yeah. That's good to know. That makes me really happy. I'm very glad. Alrighty. I will catch y'all on Sunday, and then whatever the heck I decide to do on Monday and Tuesday, probably for more Dark Souls with Hepper. I will see you on the flip side. Goodbye. Have a wonderful weekend, and if you don't, I'll know, and I'll give you a hard time about it on Monday. Goodbye, y'all.